And we will start with your first band.
Split.
Band split, your band?
Fracture.
Fracture, and so map number 1 from T1.
Lotus.
And side on Lotus.
Attack.
And then map number 2.
Bind.
Side on Bind.
Defense.
Defense. Next set of bands, we'll start with T1. You have Ascent, Haven, and Pro.
And Haven.
And Haven, your band? Ascent.
Band Ascent.
Okay. Map number 3 is going to be Pearl, side on Pearl. Defense. Okay, gonna run through this really quick. First set of bands, we have Split and Fracture. Map number 1 is Lotus with NRG on attack. Map number 2 is Bind with T1 on defense. Next set of bands are Haven and Ascent. Map number 3 will be Pro with T1 on defense.
Yep, perfect.
All right, good luck to you both.
Good.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back with me, your favorite watch party host from Indonesia. My name is Devin, and we will be watching the deciding match from Group A. Who will move to the playoff? Oh! It's your boy! It's T1 versus NRG. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Kalian dukung siapa nih guys? T1 atau NRG guys?
But now the stakes have never been higher. A playoff spot is on the line. NRG, T1. Let's do this.
Selamat pagi semuanya.
They have memories of losing to this team. They have history with them. But this is a new iteration. This is a new squad being put together for T1, and a squad that has progressed so much.
Selamat pagi. Good morning, everybody.
To making playoffs.
Wherever you watch my stream, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day, my friend.
No one thought that they would be in this position coming out of lock-in, but here they are right now. And I will be so as far as to say, even though I have immense respect for NRG Kukuka, T1 have a very real shot to win this game. It's just going to take a lot of work.
One of these teams is going to make a real statement today. Both of the games that they have played, they were a little bit shaky, not easy wins at all. But
lu udah mandi apa belum? Udah dong. Ini gue baru keluar mandi langsung streaming, boys. Mana satu pertandingan bang atau semua? Satu doang karena mau record. Ya. Aku mau record. Jadi hari ini cuma nonton pertandingan ini doang ya. Yang 2 match lagi gue nggak nonton guys. Dua-duanya strong contender either way. Tapi gue di sini menjagokan NRG karena menurut gue performance NRG kemarin bagus banget ya.
How the story would shift dramatically, and maybe, just maybe, people look at the name T1 when they see it on VLR, on Run It Back, wherever it is, and say,
especially now that DRX is on the lower bracket already on the other group, the story for this team could have a major swift and completely different narrative towards the region.
But it's going to be difficult, especially considering the maps here. We start on Lotus, which has been a map that T1 is very comfortable with. They pick into it here, and they play this Harbor Viper composition. And, well, NRG struggled a little bit yesterday. They let this map slip versus Na'Vi on their defensive side with, I think, a bit of issues on their aggression there with Victor's Neon. This is still a map that they've been very competent on back in Americas.
Definitely T1.
PRX main ambil watch party gak bang? Gue watch party semuanya cuy. Halo.
I agree with you, Mimi. I don't think they're going to make the same mistakes. We're not going to see a victor taking too many risks. I think that we're going to get the victor.
Dari jam 7 bangunnya.
Apain bang?
Ya nobar lah, ngapain lagi?
Kok nggak bisa nobar bang?
Ya nobar aja.
Ya nobar aja.
Palingan kena warning. Siapa lawan siapa bang? NRG lawan T1.
jump into the action, and I just got word we
Ini
are
ya?
ready to go. So
Hah?
let's go ahead
Saya ya,
and
Bang,
send it over
saya.
to your
Betul.
casters. You know what? They have a little bit of
Aduh,
jet lag, but it
ngefans
ain't gonna
sama
stop
dia
them
loh.
from doing
Keren.
it in this cast. It's of course Pansy and Hypoc.
You're absolutely right, GB. Nothing is going to keep us from this game. Again, we see the likes of Bind, we see NRG coming out, especially up to T1 as well recently. Looking pretty hard to
Kalau pas
chop it.
PRX main lo udah jadwal record mau watch party atau skip?
What do we
Oh,
now expect?
PRX main kan hari Jumat, guys. Tenang aja, Jumat, Sabtu, Minggu gue nggak ada jadwal. Kan gue nge-record cuma sampai hari Kamis. Ini kan sampai hari Kamis masih bracket A, bracket B doang. Hari Kamis libur setahu gue kan kagak ada. Break 1 hari dulu baru masuk ke playoff. Jadi pas PRX harusnya pas playoff itu gue bisa nonton banyak harusnya. Ya nggak tahu juga. Kalau saya player konsisten, T1 bisa sweep. Ya kita lihat nih saya player gimana nih. Permasalahannya dia bisa konsisten apa enggak? Masalahnya NRG juga wak mau nih. Som, Crashes kemarin juga panas, ya kan? Kita lihat nih. NE melawan Korea. Map pertama Lotus. Picknya T1.
Aku udah hafal nih, map.
Keren. Keren banget kamu.
I don't know what version of which team we get coming out today. You know, we could see the championship run, but looking at NRG, we can see that T1 deadly form, able to handle powerful individuals like they did against Kankan, but we wait and see. We already start out with Victor taking a whole lot of space. That frenzy posted up
Victor.
Does he get the little green light that he wants?
NRG lagi monster ya, tapi saya player kemarin banyak overhit. Iya, NRG lagi sadis coy.
Beautiful start.
Time to perfection there.
Itu masalahnya.
Who is pivotal in terms of NRG's mid-rounding on the attack. Will clear through the Trailblazer. NRG stacked up here as well, but already 3 T1 bodies ready to defend the C site.
Yeah, pivoting. They have to. They've already got so many of these rotations in, so much of that counter utility in place. It's somewhat at least denied that springboard effect that maybe NRG wanted to try and pressure towards that C site, and it's a double back.
T1 fokus Overwatch aja udah. Wih, nggak boleh gitu. T1 juga Valorantnya sadis. Ardis. Kiri lo Ardis. Mantap. Dapat 2 orb. Langsung tahu karena itu juga termasuk tempat basic. Naro di situ biar nge-distract kan nengok kanan. Wah, nge-wave saya. Gimana nih, saya belum panas nih. Kurang tidur nih saya. Tuh, NRG langsung panas ini game 1. Nggak boleh telat ini. Lawannya kan main ini. Buset. Aduh, kita lihat finesse. Oh, finesse! Oh, kena flash dia. 1v2. 1v2.
The second time of asking, he's got a nice little line of sight on this. It was chip damage. Oh, the spacing on that was a little off there. Artist gets away, and now time is against Carpe. He's got no time left on this one.
Artist! Let's go! Udah geng dukung tim apa sekarang? NRG guys, gue dukung NRG. Soalnya gue udah familiar sama personilnya NRG. Dan gue udah tahu kekuatan mereka tuh gimana gitu. Kalau T1 aku baru tim baru soalnya T1 ini. Maksudnya bukan T1-nya tim baru, personilnya baru, banyak yang diganti. Kalau NRG kan optik ya, jadi gue kenal gitu. Banyak gabungan gitu.
I don't know if that's a miscommunication. Somebody's looking to tap and Carpe's not swinging, but it looked like that first half was going to be stuck at least.
Oke, Stinger time. Saya menggunakan Marshall. Apakah saya?
T1 trying to just keep bodies on that A site. Do well to facilitate that first pick in the first round.
EC-nya nggak ada orang sama sekali. Kemungkinan besar si Carp bakalan nge-push, nge-flank nih. Oke, masih ditungguin Crashes. Di spam through the smoke. Snipernya.
Ringing off here from Sire. No tags coming through
Waduh,
just yet.
feeling. Nice banget Manchu. Let's go baby. Kasih paham Victor. Atas Tor. Kiri lu Tor. Dapat senjata gak sih? Oh dapat ya. Dapat Spectre.
Can they make anything of it now? Carpe really wants to try and tee up Zay to do something.
Wah, Victor
no-whiff.
no-whiff.
Has gone down. This is a problem. Getting a little bit more dicey here. 2 more seconds on the flash. Cove's gone up.
Aduh.
But Crashies is just body blocking that spike. He's
Whip,
gonna keep
muncul nih.
He's just put his life literally on the line.
Kena bait. One more. Nice one buat T1. Nice one buat T1.
That's a tragedy for NRG and T1 turning those tables around.
Back-to-back rounds where this post-plant hold that should be fairly comfortable crumbles.
Anda
for
player
NRG.
ini main-main.
This time around,
Waduh,
T1
Anda player
capitalize.
kabang.
Get the defuse on top of that. The flip here in round 2. Massive boom to the T1 economy. And Zeta's upgrade from Finesse, dropping that Spectre at the top of the ropes, makes all the difference. You see the engagement, there's Stinger versus Spectre there from the ropes, and Zeta able to punish. Just going to throw a Guardian in here.
Oke, ini dia.
Back on Stinger once again.
T1 full buy.
Actually, Sheriff's in a frenzy here,
NRG terpaksa harus
NRG could make
beli ala kadarnya nih.
It's going to be overwhelmed with 3 players on this. T1 willing to
Waduh.
brawl it out now. Crashy's going to go down first and foremostly. The rest of NRG hoping for a favorable outcome, but Ardis already taken long. But does take on
Ardis
with it.
dapat seta, nice. Di wallbang sama Ardis.
Messiah player here. They're willing to shoulder this challenge. I mean, they've got the
aduh,
Vandals.
dipantau 2 orang gini bang.
You do feel a little silly.
Aduh.
Actually making Messiah player now.
Nice one saya.
Gila saya.
Tapi itu hampir mati sih dia.
Blade Storm online though, nice and early.
Menang senjata aja ini saya nih.
To the economy if they do want to try and get an operator.
Harus lebih step up lagi nih saya nih. Optik emang udah nggak ada. Optik masih ada, cuma tim Valorantnya udah nggak ada, udah bubar karena nggak masuk franchise team.
I'm going to use that for a full purchase in the next if NRG are able to strike back here. Lockdown
Oke,
available.
ini dia. The real round begins.
T1
Full buy dua-duanya nih.
and the Blade Storm. Curious really if this early trend will continue because I was talking about T1 potentially being conditioned by that EDG matchup.
Oke, ke detect 1 si
Being ready
Finesse.
for aggression, being ready for very explosive early
Finesse
rounds.
langsung mundur sama
Finesse
Ardis.
potentially going to be tested here. Ardis alongside him.
Ketahuan. Saya hampir meninggoy. Kalau dia nggak ada dash meninggoy. Yang menjadi korban adalah Carp karena Carp terlalu offside nge-swingnya. Seek him out. Oh enggak. Ini dulu. Dia udah bisa ulti dia ya. Ayo lo dikejar lu. Oke nggak ada. Kalau abis ini kalah T1 masih bisa beli sih. Duit mereka banyak. Waduh. Kita lihat. Hampir mati saya. Nice angle Som. Oke, mau di lockdown. Udah di lockdown maksud gue di C. Seta masih kekeh jaga di situ kata Seta. Mendingan gue mati daripada gue kena pada gue kabur. Benar. Tinggal ban. Jangan ban. Udah ban. Jangan kasih senjata, jangan kasih poin. Jangan kasih senjata, jangan kasih poin. Som maksudnya. Ban mah jangan disamperin Som. Kita lihat di sini ban sepertinya bakalan Iko supaya dia bisa join teman-temannya. Abis ini bisa masih full buy. Oke. Ardis terkena culik oleh ban. Ban mulai masuk ke daerah B, tapi daerah B udah mulai mau di-push dengan ke semua orang karena dia tahu di situ Ardis mati sama si ban. Oke. Lagi dicari ini. Karena udah mau meledak juga. Oke. Ya itu spot yang bagus dari ban buat kendok karena orang biasanya nggak mau ngancurin wall itu kalau misalnya emang belum pernah kena hit. Doom. Dukung siapa, Vin? Gua dukung NRG. Udah Vin udah tahu kalau BTR Valorant bubar. Oh serius bubar? Kasian. Pada prestasi soalnya.
The awareness needs to be there.
Nah iya emang mereka kagak pernah menang turnamen. Selalu kayak juara 3, juara 4, juara 2. Ya kan juara 3 kagak bisa lolos ke internasional bang.
Ini turnamen kecil tuh juara 3 nggak dikasih apa-apa sih.
Dikasih kalau challengers, cuma kan target tim-tim gitu kan mereka pengen bisa internasional kan. Sedangkan yang internasional itu kalau nggak AE ya boom yang kuat.
Sengaja juara 3 uangnya bisa bikin mereka sustain gitu.
Bang mana bisa bang anjir. Hadiah juara 1 aja kemarin palingan berapa? $5.000. Mana bisa lu sustain dengan 50 juta cok. Tiap hari listrik, coach, gaji player.
Relinquished a little bit of control for the time being. The big information off the Trailblazer. Munchkin actually capitalizes.
I was a little nervous that Victor has the spike there. That could have been so much worse.
Di split 1 mereka juara, iya tapi gak menghasilkan maksud gua. Kayak mereka gak dapet chance buat tampil di internasional.
Uangnya kurang uangnya.
Kalian pikir bikin tim gitu murah guys? Butuh cost anjir.
Listrik 24 jam bos.
Kiri lu. Wah nge-wave saya. Wah saya nge-wave anjir. Soalnya kan gak ada turnamen lagi tahun ini, jadi dibubarin. Rata-rata juga pada bubar. Itu juga satu alasannya sih. Kalau gak ada turnamen buat apa dibikin tim? Bener. Tahun depan palingan, kalaupun ada lagi. Kalau Indo mah nggak digaji tapi makan cukup sama tempat tinggal juga mau. Woi kalau udah sekelas BTR mah nggak mungkin nggak ada gaji guys.
Ada lah.
Kalau tim-tim kecil, community team mungkin iya nggak ada gaji. Tapi kalau misalnya udah BTR, Alter Ego, Boom, RRQ, nggak mungkin nggak ada gaji. Pasti ada gaji minimal kayak 2 juta setidaknya sebulan gitu loh. Meskipun nggak UMR. Mati. Saya nge-wave mulu nih.
Ada lah pasti.
Ngebini. CEO-nya juga udah bikin statement termasuk yang dikasih tahu sama Putri. Iya kan makanya. Devin dukung siapa? NRG. Iya, bikin tim pro itu gak cuma Indonesia guys, yang di luar negeri juga banyak. Kayak Optik kan ngebubarin juga. Optik kurang banyak apa duit Optik anjir. Tapi sekelas Optik aja ngebubarin tim Valonya karena mereka nggak masuk franchise, jadi nggak ada penghasilan turnamen gitu loh. Sedangkan ngegaji player-playernya kan mahal. Kayak Ye, Precious, Victor, anjir. Nggak mungkin itu gajinya kecil.
Ye kemana Ye?
Ye udah perungkat dia udah bubar. Udah nggak bisa sustain dia, soalnya cuma main 1 agent. Sedangkan agentnya di nerf. Ada dia di timnya di Disguise Toast.
Chamber ya?
Iya main chamber. Kali ini berapa match? 1 doang. Karena ntar siang record.
Jago loh sniper aja. Ya kan?
Iya jago. Tapi aiming di sini kan nggak segalanya. Sini kan utility lu pengaruh juga. Kalau agentnya udah nggak bisa ngikutin meta mah ya nggak bisa dipakai lah.
Lagi di nerf ya? Apa yang di nerf dia?
Oh iya udah keluar dari Disguise Toast juga. Ya terus sekarang ngapain dia anjir? Yang di nerf banyak. Ultinya didikitin, dimahalin, dibikin lama. Sekarang sih dibalikin. Pokoknya chamber tuh di nerf 4 kali apa 3 kali gitu. Bener-bener di nerf sampai culun ya. Trapnya dibikin, kalau dulu kan dia taruh trap, ya udah dia mau kemana pun trapnya bakal aktif gitu. Kalau sekarang dia kayak Killjoy, jadi kalau ditaruh trap mesti ada dalam radius trapnya baru aktif. Terus cuma 1 trapnya sekarang. Kalau awal-awal banget kan bisa 2. Terus itu revolver dia, headhunter dia juga dimahalin harga per bulletnya. Terus TP dia juga sekarang jadi cuma 1. Kalau dulu kan 2 tuh, bisa dari ujung ke ujung. Kalau sekarang TP-nya 1, dia cuma bisa TP dalam radiusnya. Udah, kalau di luar radius itu nggak bisa TP dia. Jadi culun lah, TP-nya nggak guna gitu. Makanya udah nggak ada lagi, liatin aja di
This is
Ini
the
udah gak ada
half
main
that
chamber kan
we want to
di
see
kompe.
T1 post up an advantage. 64% win rate on defense overall regionally. It's definitely where we want to see them.
Pas Optic jual tim, si Ye dibikin mahal buyoutnya. Iya soalnya wajar guys. Soalnya wah Victor nge-wave anjim.
The headshot.
Soalnya Ye itu MVP Valorant Master tahun lalu. Semua orang ngakuin performance dia gila banget. Gak mungkin harga dia murah. Literally Optic di carry sama Ye anjir. Menurut lo aja. Ardis offside. Aduh, Ardis offside.
TP toyed with. So I'm going to stand his ground. He's got crashes by his side, but they've been struggling in these post plants.
Fitri nih.
And it's been on this side. They've struggled, Lauren.
Manskin. Precious. Aduh, ngapain lu nengok ke tembok?
Unfortunate for him as Som now left in a 1v3.
Kencing banget itu.
Carpe's got him.
Paluan lo Precious.
And once again, those retakes elude them. They evade them here. Not getting what they want at all.
Sebutannya aja udah El Diablo. Iya, kalian tahu nggak El Diablo artinya apa? Itu nickname-nya Ye anjir. El Diablo.
Garis enggak. Kalian mau report.
I think even a lot of chip damage done onto crashes with that nano swarm at his feet.
Ada tim Asia Tenggara yang mau buyout Ye 1,5 juta USD aja ditolak. Serius? 1,5 juta US dollar di buyout gak mau. Nah itu NRG tolol, Optic tolol loh itu. Dijual berapa anjir 5 juta? 5 miliar ya? 60 miliar aja.
Ya lama-lama pemain e-sport kayak pemain bola ya.
Tapi lu pikir kayak Lemon RRQ itu mahal banget kan harga buyoutnya?
Berapa?
$1 juta dolar?
5M.
$1 juta dolar ton 15 miliar.
Oh ya 15 miliar.
Itu pun nggak mau dilepas karena benar-benar aset si Lemon itu di RRQ.
Emang jago kan?
Jago dan nama dia udah gede banget.
Tim juga bagus kan?
Lemon itu udah kontrak darah sama RRQ anjir. Enggak jadi lah hari ini man.
But I also got to say here, Ban being a nice safe pair of hands on towards A. We kind of credit the anchors as to how well they handle this. Let's see what we see this round though, because does that conditioning continue? For now though, NRG actually testing it over towards C.
Yeah, first time actually we haven't seen T1 with a couple of bodies stacked up.
3, 2, 1, burung. Burung. Oke.
Other side of the door right now.
Kalau ada orang langsung di blind, nggak ada orang ditahan blindnya nge-push nih, tuh kan. Oke.
Maybe a wall up from Zeta and a flash from Carpe. Try and catch them in the choke point here.
Oh, nice flash. Wow. Mantap Bang Kar.
Wow, okay.
Siapa yang itu ya?
Stella.
Beautiful start to this, and that's frustrating. Some going down does remove some of those later round options. Saya player 1-1 trade though.
Yeah, I mean you take that in this situation after Storm's already fallen.
3v4.
Now you want to see T1, like I said,
kelihatan banyak tuh.
Use the numbers advantage here and minimize the risk on the way in.
NRG rotate aja, nah bener, rotate aja, rotate itu udah keras coy. Jangan ke A aja, hati-hati tapi.
Iya, kayak coachnya loh bang, dia langsung denger gitu bang.
Iya,
bahkan coach aja nggak bisa ngomong ke playernya.
Gua kan nge-hack Discord player. Nice banget, dah, A-nya clear.
Spied on the first jump spot there, but didn't react at all and crashes with actually ahead
nice trap.
That first jump spot.
Oh, nice lockdown. Oh, counter lockdown, let's go. Pinter banget. Munchkin, buset. Keren banget anjir.
Keren ya, lockdownnya.
Keren banget kalau di view zoom out gitu. Kayak 3v3 nih. Oh, finesse angle-nya bagus. Oh, hampir tuh. Oh, nice. 2v2.
comfortably closing out an A site.
Itu berkat snake bite-nya. Kalau nggak ada snake bite mereka udah kalah itu. Pengorbanannya ini kagak sia-sia, Vines. Mantap Bang Vines.
You just wait for that to close out from Artists. I feel like they can invest this much smarter.
Untung sebelum mati udah ini duluan si Vines. Jadi hold itu.
To stop Carpe and Zeta from actually flooding back in
Christopher
onto
Devi
site.
capek banget. Pagi-pagi.
Even though he goes down there, able to still assist a little bit. I think actually the vulnerable taking effect on Munchkin on that initial swing into mid-site.
Coachnya wallhack. Wah mati nih. Hardis mati kah? Kalau saya nggak nengok kanan sih keterlaluan. Keterlaluan gak cek corner saya. Aduh, lu udah tahu di situ pasti ada orang. At least cek. Itu common spot.
It's another one where burn a flash from Carpe. If you're gonna make a play like that, just have a flash to confirm presence there.
And they've been doing well at that before. That's the crazy part of this.
Anjing. Nice way. Nice spray transfer. GG.
Heads up work from him. Lovely little round. NRG starting to string together.
Saya sih keterlaluan nggak ngecek corner anjir.
I need to see recovery from T1.
Jagoan Anton dong.
What they look like here. Operators out.
Jagoan Anton.
Considered that earlier on in this game. This is the round.
Kenapa tuh jagoan Anton?
Is this going to be a little more of a passive hold here from Sire?
Parah.
Have the Seekers, have the pit for ban, so you can maybe reinforce that anchor towards A site. We'll still see Munchkin provide a little bit of support in terms of utility. Artist disconnected once again. Doesn't have finesse now in this position. We saw them stacked up.
Tadi Ardis 14 skillnya.
NRG looking to step the pace up a little bit in terms of early round pressure.
Yeah, trying to work in the dark a little bit here. None of the presents can be fully
awalnya
confirmed,
pada
there's bodies
bagus-bagusnya.
behind it, but there's a lot of utility shown, a lot of audio cues. But Artist goes walkabouts. This time Munchkin's got him dead. Not going to get as much freedom as they had before. They get to slip away with the man advantage early.
Ngeblok dua angle.
Sire player posted up with that operator.
Yeah, just spotted with the Trailblazer. Won't necessarily have confirmation there's an operator in hand just yet, but in terms of the mid-round, this looks much better for T1. Now they have some sort of, I guess, safety net with the Viper's pit going up and an operator on the other side of the map. NRG look as if they were, I guess, posturing towards a B split here. The Crashies with the spike drifting towards the backside of the pit here. The alarm bot's got, so again, Munchkin is wary of any sort of lurking towards spawn, but a little bit of a gap here for NRG to potentially make something
aneh banget,
Som slip deeper. That's what I'm hoping they do, and they have.
Mati dan ini diculik sama Som nih.
Going too far away, but they've done this quietly, right? They're working in the shadows towards it.
Bingung kan lu kan? Perasaan gua udah ulti, kok masih di plan? Mampus, di plan balik. Di ulti balik lu kan? Ayo 3v5 bisa lah. Ayo lu, main lu di kandang ular lu. Bingung dia, perasaan gua udah ulti.
As Crash is looking to maybe remove ban from this, find themselves a
Ada dua gitu anjing kanan kiri.
Oh mati, nice.
Take down ban, but it's Munchkin having a round here. 3 already. Crash is burning both flashes, but Munchkin is not relenting. This guy just faced NRG, and in no easy feat.
And a totally new look to the A side post-bomb with this pit up towards Spawn, and T1 once again come out on top of it. What a strange round.
Wow.
And what's even stranger is that a member of T1 comes out with an ace here. I mean, Crashy sends both flashes in here and Munchkin stands his ground. And this goes completely differently. If there's still a poison orb and a couple of snake bites for Finesse to work with, NRG can potentially commit to a much looser, more passive hold here. You can see Crashy's desperate to try and negate that pit towards Tree.
Ini mah killjoy lawan killjoy guys. Munchkin lawan Ardis ini.
Pretty sure that Victor going down instantaneously, just caught on the cross. That's going to be frustrating. I'm going to note that there's been some deeper progress made from NRG, but they've been sent on their way. They can't make it towards the site just yet. T1, this is much nicer. I mean, yes, off the back of Munchkin, but still. And look at this space for Sire player. He doesn't have to go too far here.
Yeah.
He can just sit on this. The map is theirs, basically. 3 players ready to greet them on A. You've still got that presence of utility towards B. And obviously,
What the hell? Kayak gua lo aimingnya.
But they now know that the map is indeed very small.
I mean, that's the green light to hit towards A. There's so many questions elsewhere. Som will open things up. Ban will fall. Seeker's invested here. Lockdown to potentially counter, but the plant will come through. An opportunity to reset here for NRG.
Wah, saya lagi underperform guys hari ini guys. Kayak kurang tidur deh. Atau semalam diwek-wek oleh dia ya.
That flank is still something that's been weighing heavily in NRG's mind. You can see already the T1 trying to toy with the timing. It crashes.
Nice crashes.
The flash does well against Carpe. There's
Nah,
the
gitu
flank
dong.
though. Saya player can answer back in. With the tap on the spike, they have to respond. They have to check. And Zeta was all too ready. And now it's
Ya ampun saya. Untung aja saya anjir.
Lagi selek banget saya.
Wah, saya lagi underperform anjing.
I was in the same position as the pistol.
Yeah.
This time around, Zeta lands the shot.
Konsisten ya berarti
Operator retrieved. And T1 will come into the final round 1 up. NRG 2 Guardians and a Bulldog on the board earlier. We'll see how the purchase actually ends up. Beautiful adjustment here.
Capek banget.
This is huge from T1. So impressed with their work. And NRG back to what they hope is working. Victor being found so early on certainly doesn't help matters, but once again, Sire player. Yes, this time there's a little bit of utility there. Yes, this time maybe Artist comes back around. But again, it's so indicative of space given.
But even so, Sire's continuing to pressure the backline. And this time, NRG, I don't know if they feel as if they've done enough work to force him
Saya nggak minum kopi nih.
out of
Iya
that
nih.
mindset, but
Saya ngantuk nih.
Does he get checked? He does. Okay. Tries to swing ahead of it, tries to make
Munchkin,
something of
no
it, but
way.
Artist just claims him through the wall. That's Carpegon and Munchkin. That's a B-side
Lu
looking
lihat.
so vulnerable.
Ardis
Yeah, Sire player took some space, but who
4
cares
kali
at this point?
ulti,
That should be a
anjing.
plan if they need it.
still got that
3
half
kali
to
deh.
deal with. I don't think Artist is going to
Bukannya
out
2
of
bang.
range of it. So Sire's
3
got
bang.
to reconsider maybe approaching the door here.
Anjing 4 kali ulti
Reckoning
itu
invested.
gimana,
3 kali bukan 4 kali.
Again, there's no body to swing off this.
Musuhnya
though.
bronze.
Tapi emang si Ardis skillnya dominan man. Dan dia kan
Sebagai-
attacker, bisa ngambil
Oh,
orb.
there's an extra wall there.
Sebagai apa?
That would have been you dead otherwise. Now just down to Sire
Killjoy.
player. A 1v3
Anjing.
required. Only a Bulldog picked up. Isolates the first. Crashes goes down.
Saya
2
jangan
more.
nge-whiff.
That's a hard
Saya
angle to
nge-whiff
clear by
lagi.
NRG.
Aduh,
Making no
tapi nggak sih.
mistakes at the
Itu
end
dah.
there. Taking this back to 6.
Atas bawah nggak
Atas
bisa.
bawah.
It's a very
Iya,
hard
atas
fought
bawah nggak
game
bisa.
so far.
Tapi the wave bisa kill 1 kalau dia nggak nge-whiff.
Performance, 17 and 8 on the half, and with T1's approach here, he is the pivotal player for NRG, controlling that flank, reinforcing that backline, and allowing actually NRG to explore the map with relative freedom.
This is NRG and
Ini
T1
half round
tied
ya?
up at 6 apiece. Des, what do you make of the first
6-6.
half?
6-6. Anjir skornya 6-6.
Big fan. I
6-6
like
bang.
what I'm seeing from both teams
Apa-apa.
here. I think we're getting the matchup that I was hoping that we would get. A T1 that's coming into this one really competitive and showing
Bang.
energy that they're simply not meant to be
Nggak apa-apa,
trifled
Bang.
with.
Yeah, I really thought that
sorry.
T1's
Lotus,
aggression they
Lotus.
showed versus EVG would get consistently punished by NRG. But instead, this high-risk, high-reward style has been working for them thus
Ya gue
far.
mendukung
One of
NRG
the
guys,
strengths
cuma
of this comp are
saya tuh
kind of
kemarin tuh
burn
panas
back,
banget
really
saya
pushing
waktu
one
ngelawan
side with the cascade flash to get
Edward
around
Gaming
space.
anjir.
Trying to retake with your harbor.
Sampai sekarang
But
jadi
21
begini.
had a
Nyayangkan
aggressive
aja
fight,
saya.
and were actually committing to hard animating
mental,
a lot
Bang.
of these rounds. And NRG was exploiting that. But the thing is,
Mental
as we got
apa?
later into this half, while T1 were still taking those risks that might not be quite as optimal with their composition, they were finding those early advantages and converting so many of these late rounds.
Exactly. We were talking about the harbor, how predictable the utility was becoming when they're being aggressive. At the later half, we see a Saya player that is just pushing with that operator. I think that also the utility dumping that they were doing so many times where Zeta will get to the postman and not even have the cove. A little bit, you know, trying to playing into NRG's game, just dumping all of that for them.
It was tough, but now in the second half, the question is, has NRG improved their defense? Against Na'Vi, this was the big issue. 44% win rate generally. on this map, and what they were struggling with was how they wanted to play this Neon. They were playing more similar to Foot than Cloud9 with the Neon, where they were going for a lot of aggressive extremity control. They were having Victor off. It wasn't really working. I'm looking for them to have actually less aggression against this Harbor comp, and instead to look to play more rounds in that retake and to flood with the Neon stunts to stall.
Yeah, it's going to be quite fascinating to see how this one actually plays out here. Granted, we saw what happened with NRG yesterday. Will history repeat itself? Let's go ahead and jump right back into the action as we get into that second half. Pansy, Hypoc, over to you.
Yeah, the second half leaves us with quite a few questions, Mike. Yes, it was uncomfortable for NRG. Yes,
saya jago banget nge-wife-nya. Anjir, jagonya nge-wife.
Do you think this has got enough that we've seen from that first half? What do you expect now? Seeing that Neon again, obviously it's the easiest question to start with.
Yeah, definitely. And this is where I lean back towards the point I made before this map started. Is how T1 are going to approach this in terms of the pacing.
Ya, kita lihat T1 agresif kan di Lotus.
Half, but might even be an early exchange here. Some will fall immediately.
Mantap saya.
Huge work. The crash
Mantap.
so clean. Saya player really making sure he's dead there.
Baru dimaki-maki bang sama coach ya bang.
I think we do. They were trying to fight fire with fire, and T1 win that cleanly.
Nice, agresifnya nice. NRG juga mau agresif tapi kak flawless. Aku dukung NRG tapi aku suka lihat performance T1.
The Prime Gaming flawless to open up the pistol round. And one of the quickest we'll probably see.
Yeah, what a start. Let's have a look at this again. Yeah, 135 basically first blood, fully confirmed, drawn, Saya player, man. So clean with it.
Mantap.
Beautifully done.
Saya farming orb.
This is a statement send if T1 now build upon this and set the tone here for their attacking half. Actually, Saya 2 away from the Blade Storm already. Had a very early Blade Storm in the first half after that round 2 flip.
True.
Ya, langsung vandal tuh.
Ya, dia kill 3 anjir. Terus ngeplan, duitnya banyak. Tapi biasanya nggak beli armor. Wih, beli loh 50 anjing, kayak amat. Oh, dia nggak beli updraft. Dia korbanin updraft dia.
You can already see the hunters coming on downside. Player though, the counter flash wasn't bad. That could have been
Vandal hilang.
more to it. Maybe they can get something a little bit.
Vandal hilang. Apakah Thrifty? Apakah karena azab karena sombong?
They've lost out on the rifles. Yes, recoverable though, and they have side control. Spike back to hand. They should be able to secure here. Can NRG cause any more?
Wah, 4v3 ini bang. Kan kalian full buy anjing.
Plant down though. NRG are going to be in a position to set up here.
Oh, Vandalnya udah diambil kah?
Yeah, they've fallen away from the site. There's a little bit of room for T1 to re-engage. Nicely handled here by T1.
Nice.
A ton of damage done though.
Yes.
Ronde yang cukup mahal.
Kind of, I guess, the minutiae of it. NRG will be happy with that round. They made something out of very little, but the stability from T1 to cancel on that paranoia was fantastic.
I think Ban and Munchkin actually came out with 2K on that, so not the worst, but the timing on the swings here, NRG just so slippery to pin down. Enables Victor to find 2 with the classic. Make this interesting, yes, but T1, like I said, perfect time to cancel the plant and commit to that engagement. NRG make absolutely the right decision there. You can see the utility was on point to try and flood back onto site.
This is when that benefit of having
saya udah mulai agresif nih.
Impactful rounds early on. Those first 2, he's been able to farm up towards Blaze. Munchkin finding a finesse. Again, that was on that solo fight towards Sia.
Nice.
What's going on, Mike?
Ini kenapa nih NRG ini culun tiba-tiba nih?
Outside rubble here. It's a wide open A site.
Padahal ini map picknya T1 ya? Oh, ini map picknya T1 bener.
Another one that's just, it's over in the first 15 seconds.
Was it the timing that Finesse fell that suddenly Victor and Crashes were vulnerable? I want to see the timing of how those kills came in. But at this point, this round's wrapped anyway. Somanardis is saving.
Udah saving ini mah.
That here.
And
considering the buy, can they bolster this much? I'm trying
apakah nggak akan dikasih poin?
Happy what they got the upgrades on anyway. They've been able to kind of
apakah T1 more than the RX?
If Artis is going to commit his utility over towards C or towards B,
soalnya di T1 player yang dominan itu saya sama si Munchkin. Kalau di DRX semuanya balance. Jadi kalau misalnya saya lagi underperform, T1 nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain. Jadi menurut gue lebih strong di RX sih. Dan di RX itu selalu main line up kan. Mereka tuh utility-nya tuh dapat banget kalau di RX.
to maybe reconsider
T1 Korea
this
semua. Iya,
setup.
T1 emang Korea semua.
Now, I see the timing on this again. Yeah, finding finesse, that's not ideal. Finesse gets found, ball's gonna drop, and then yeah, you just Victor trying to make.
Itu sayang banget nge-whiff tuh.
At that point, it's just, I'm a little surprised that finesse got caught. If I'm honest.
Yeah,
Kalau
like
abis
I said,
ini
if
kalah
you're
lagi
gonna
pasti
switch up
time out
like
nih.
this, then
NRG.
your anchor can't die like that. It has to be post contact.
Harus time out sih lo kalau abis ini kalah lagi mah. Momentum saya lagi gila banget ini. Ngedash saya. Ngedash updraft.
Continue with this pace.
Enggak. Ngedash.
NRG have taken, at least a little bit of map control elsewhere. Gonna be able to post up. I imagine it's Arlis. Yeah, Arlis tucked up a little bit deeper towards C, kind of off the back of finesse. So that's gonna be those two dealing with that. But they pulled the plug on Victor as well, bringing him back towards B, sitting super deep on this A side. Crash is just jump spotting this, if anything.
Mohon maaf nih, A-nya kenapa nggak ada yang jaga ya? Cuma Crisis doang.
Ada di kiri.
Crash with the drop down, semi-committed towards this site hold.
What does he have? Okay. It's not much. It's been seen. Flash can be sent.
Waduh, nggak kedetek lagi sama burungnya. Pasti dia bingung. Kok nggak ada burung? Kok nggak kedetek burungnya?
Munchkin's in range of that Could be. Yeah, he is. Actually does spy out Ardis.
They're trying to fold. They're trying to fold towards B, but Som, he's there. He's
Nice, Som. Nice banget. Nice banget, nice banget, nice banget.
Massive kills.
Nice banget itu.
3v2.
Mereka mau ke B kan?
He's still not ideally equipped, but still,
Spike drop
at least
kan?
with their lives, 28 seconds, and T1 are struggling. The spike is down in such a precarious position.
Spike drop ini, ayo lo.
Still has a flash, gets the spike, waits to see anyone swing, no one does. Victor
Wah,
takes the next step.
nice banget Victor.
Victor is just nuts with that gun.
Finesse jangan, Finesse jangan. Finesse, Finesse, Finesse udah mau menang. Finesse, Finesse, balik gak lu?
Gak mau dia, Bang.
Wah, Finesse si anjing.
It's not pretty.
Dimainin anjing.
It's not going in the
Si
highlight
berani
reel.
dia, Bang.
Bener-bener lu,
Desperate to play
Finesse.
this out and almost react based on
Dia
something.
juga gak
Karma kan lo?
As soon as Ardis is
Karma
spotted
sih
on
lo.
the flank, they look
Bukannya
for this
diem
little
aja.
leak. They look to pop the door, but Som digs his heels in. Massive bailout.
Hari-hari dimainin.
This is on the back of what? The save rifle
Ini Som
and a stinger, I think.
bagus banget performanya.
It's one of the only rifles they had.
Tuh kalau spray transfernya dapet itu ke headshot.
It's quite good with that gun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he's alright with it.
Nah, ketawa kan lo, diketawain lo. Main-main sih lo katanya.
97 though, NRG get themselves back on the board in this half. First one they've been able to post here.
Awas Munchkin.
To go and explore with the operator.
Victor kayak gini lagi ya, udah 3 kali lu Victor kayak gini ya. Lu sampai mati lagi, gue pecat lo dari NRG lo.
While this is happening, you can see T1 taking a lot of space towards B.
Oh, Victor sih offside mulu anjir.
Si paling bisa pecat sama dua anjing.
Tor, bolang tor.
Shareholder terbesar.
51% dia, Bos. Ngomong apa lu?
Capek banget sama Victor.
This will force the hand of NRG.
Tor lu tuh gak bakal pakai AWP anjing, lu pakai Vandal aja lah, cukup lu.
Happen with this operator, but
Oh, belajar sama Keng dulu sono.
Iya lu jarang sama Keng dulu dah.
And Finesse, we'll have to wait this out.
But NRG surely can't make it back to B.
Som's got an Odin as well, so
Can get back there. Okay. So now this is when there could be a little bit of danger on this one. The Seekers, it's all headed one way. Straight towards him. On towards CT. Plant gonna come in. Does he get denied? No. Okay. Plant's in. Time on the side of T1.
Ini semua gara-gara Victor anjir.
and we'll find one onto Ardis as well. So it brings it to a
Victor nih
4v4.
brengsek AWP-nya. Lu tuh culun, jangan pakai AWP. Dari kemarin dia culun juga.
Brought back to 4-4. It's tricky to make this work. Operator in play.
elah.
Odin in play. It's not going to be as easy to try and find those next steps, but
Tandainnya tiap kali Victor pakai AWP, NRG kalah, cowok.
Flash goes in, notes the player on the right. Carpe should be seen here, and he's dealt with. Victor, lovely. Next couple of steps, they're gonna get a move on here. They've got the time against them.
Nah kan Tor, lu lihat Tor, lu pakai Vandal. Lu lihat Tor, lu pakai Vandal Tor. Lu bagus.
Gorgeous from Victor. Diffuse is there. NRG running it back with just a second to spare.
What an insane retake by NRG. It feels like the time has almost passed here. That window of opportunity had closed, but Victor able to pick up the pace a little bit. You see Zeta just half a second off saving Carpe with the wall going up. the finest of margins in this round. NRG will double down now, 2 rounds to the name in the second half. Haven't broken the economy just yet of T1, but will force the timeout.
Ya, Victor jangan pakai OP dah. Jangan latihan di turnamen anjir.
Unfavorable situations to T1 losing outside player on that B take, for example, then having to pivot.
Bang, dia bang jago kali bang.
It was down to like a second or 2 spare, but I mean, they pull it off, so you have to kind of give credit where it's due. Now about to tie things
Dari
up.
tahun lalu dia tuh kagak jago. Yang jago tuh Ye anjing.
Or is it beyond some simple adjustment?
I think if they can identify that actually it's Artist and Finesse majority of the time committing towards holding C, then they actually commit to this rubble engagement. Again, he's kind of the one that's in us the safest position, I'll say, inside link, but again, for me, the weak links in terms of
Lo bukan El Diablo anjir.
Look at how NRG are playing here. It has to be Victor and Crashies. Now, that's a different discussion altogether. Calling Victor and Crashies the weakest side of the defense. Yeah, exactly, of a defensive setup.
Iya, artis saya lah yang pakai, kalau enggak artis
But I don't
masih
think
lumayan.
T1 have clocked onto that just yet.
Udah, ya. Lu lihat belajar dari artis nih Thor. Gini cara pakai AWP.
This time around, a little bit of an adjusted setup as well towards C. Artist spreading the wealth of the utility as Munchkin trying to find that fair fight on FNS. Already a little bit of damage done to him.
Yang menang siapa? Kemarin yang menang
So was that a spam for the jump
ini.
spot potentially?
Evil Genius lawan DRX.
That's where that benefit of that Killjoy utility will be found. Artist this time with the operator towards B. That's a little interesting. Trying to imply pressure on the A side though.
NRG lawan ini yang menang NRG guys.
For T1 to try and navigate through. There's that contact also hitting on the C side.
All out some utility, but it comes on very late in this round. And the problem being, these indicators are going to force them towards Artist's operator. Trailblazer will force him back a little
NRG
deeper.
itu streamer siapa sih?
But lots of question marks
Semuanya
across the map
streaming.
for
Oh,
T1.
Ardis. Ardis itu mantan streamer.
Kind of split towards C a little bit now, leaning heavier this way, gonna get that lurk to be activated.
Di mana? Di NRG.
Find value. Som's been outstanding at this role, and he's done it again. This guy
Som lumayan terkenal sih.
now there's really, well, shouldn't be as much.
Tapi gue nggak tahu dia streaming apa enggak. Ardis tolong, Ardis tolong.
Unfortunate, yes. That's the way it goes, and now T1 have full
AWP
sight.
yang bau.
Trying to go a bit deeper, Munchkin.
AWP-nya keras AWP anjing.
He's trying to really hit here. Bring it to a 4v3.
Som tuh terkenal tuh
NRG, but the time now is on their side. They have the plant down.
Selain Valo,
Crashies and Victor have to play damage
Kayaknya Valo doang deh jadi.
Prevent any further progress.
Naik juga gara-gara Turni kayaknya.
Back by the paranoid. Carpe will bail him out though.
Oh, shots from Carpe.
Carpe.
1v2, Som's been good. Oh, you can see the paranoia caused by that TP. Zeta still though focused on the wall.
Duh, 1v2
So I'm
nih.
looking for an opportunity, a
Bang,
chance.
terlalu naik bang, aimingnya bang.
The wall's gonna drop.
Kanan bang.
Disappeared. Spotted now.
Udah
Zeta's
siap
got him.
Zeta. Nice one.
Carpe delivering well there in that post plant.
I thought the paranoia would force them all the way back
Som
onto
dulu
site, but
setim
it's
sama
actually a
Bantet
re-swing here from
di
Carpe to bail
CSGO.
Saya out, and then
Siapa
they
tuh
double
Bantet?
down. Massive value found. Slight adjustment on the
Bantet
plant
bukan
as well
yang main.
enabled them to be more aggressive
Hah?
towards spawn. It's unfortunate.
Bantet pemain Indo kan?
I think Artist is
Nggak tahu, iya kali.
even looking there to pop the nano swarm potentially.
Selamat siang
It's
Chris.
a little unfortunate.
Yeah, a rough timing moment for him.
Gila itu tangannya udah kayak
But a different look from T1 though, kind of taking the tour of the entire map. Yes, kind of leaving a player posted on every extremity, trying to get that lurk going, but
And it's interesting as well, because obviously without this
Orang
Killjoy
Indo,
utility, it
Bantet.
commits Crashies and
Aku
Victor
nggak tahu,
towards
guys.
staying here very late. They
yang aku
have to
tahu
prevent
cuma
the lurk.
executed.
they're getting proactive. A little bit here. Yeah, Flash goes in.
Oh,
and
nice.
the Flash found nothing. Ban a little ahead of it. Gonna note the Crashes is nearby. Gotta be careful.
Oh,
There are
anjing,
still
Ban.
pistols out. Guardian as well for Som. But Ban's done very well here, mitigating all of that threat that could have come through towards A. And NRG not finding the start they'd want here, maybe cause a little bit of problems on those early fights, but this buy not going to find any value so far.
Finesse does concede that space.
Tebak umur Ardis. Tadi udah ada yang ngomong 25 kan. Padahal dia kelihatannya ke 35.
Maybe an information peak.
Bewokan sih orang-orang barat tuh jadi kelihatan tua guys. Wah. Ini mah kalah sih NRG sih.
Chance is a strong word. It was a glimpse for a second.
Wah,
And this is
sombengong.
nice from T1. Very clean work. They were up against kind of a not really a force buy, just a very light investment.
Finish mati.
So not too much to write home about, at least in that round, but we have to talk bigger picture here, because that's T1 making it up to 11. That's big, and that's why NRG just hit the brakes, right? This is now its crunch time. You've got plenty of ults, so Mike. They got almost everything ready, barring the lockdown, which is only one away.
I mean, the stars aligned for them. They have so much to invest here behind this. This feels like a must-win. What? I mean, call it 1,500 credits across the board for NRG behind this purchase. With a Prime Gaming
Kalungnya mahal tuh kayaknya itu.
T1 in a position where they can play out a few more risky engagements here.
Mahal bang.
The benefit of the scoreline as well.
Disponsorinnya sama Mercedes-Benz ya.
In the
T1
driving
nih.
seat here.
Gila.
Keras juga Mercedes-Benz di tengah gitu anjir.
The reckoning as well.
Yeah, still
Hands of Zeta, so
something to play with.
Jersey e-sport tuh bisa di siapa aja ya sekarang ya.
Iya bang.
This is when the game gets fun,
Tempel-tempel
right?
aja.
Siapa aja yang mau kasih duit.
Came onto this map and T1
Pokoknya mah.
clearly identifying a vulnerability with NRG, right? Maybe from that
Mungkin
Na'Vi
kecuali
game, maybe even
website
beyond
judi
that.
deh.
But regardless, identifying something. This half was always the
Mau lu
worry as well.
deterjen kayak anjing, mau lu baygon lu taruh aja kalau lu kasih duit nggak apa-apa kayaknya.
Di belakang Zeus888.com.
Gacor 88.com.
Kalau tim CSK gue pernah lihat jersinya yang ada
Kalau bet gak yang ada bet.
Kayaknya bet yang case CSGO gitu ya.
Leaning
Yeah.
heavily towards a
Internasional
retake
punya
on
yang
B and
bet
C. I mean,
apa
B is the only one that
Kayaknya kalau itu nggak apa-apa ya, tapi
stop
kalau yang
the push,
Zeus
really
itu kan
have to
scam
read the
ya
push
anjing.
and actually fight for it because there's two weak extremities.
Ya bet juga scam sih sebenarnya.
Deep breaths now.
Cuma udah legit
One
aja.
of the odds invested so
Lemau.
far. That's towards B, so Viper Pit going to be
legit
committed.
scam.
Legit
See a
scam.
three-play walk over towards
Orang
B
yang
as
ke situ
well.
tahu kalau
Crashes,
mereka di
Detail,
scam.
Som all there. And it's Sire player. Top of the box. Dog gonna come in. Paranoia Ascent doesn't get affected by this just yet either.
Bah Gaming ada rencana sponsor gitu. Ya elah Bah Gaming belum ada duit guys. Kupikir bisa sponsorin tim e-sport, budgetnya cuma 50 juta. Kalau kayak gitu mah gue sponsorin deh, nama gue Christopher Devin yang gede anjing.
Come back now. Some will be healed up, but
Memang bos, 50M.
Minimal tuh 500 juta
I guess
tuh.
T1 definitely looking to try and get a grasp here with the Vipers bit towards B.
Baru bisa ada nama lu di
Indicates a switch up.
jersey.
So where's that pressure
100
point?
juta
Now we
juga
have
kayak
that
orangnya
killjoy
bisa
utility
bikin
littered
deh.
across A side.
Ya kalau tim kecil mah enggak ton.
Iya,
Tim
tim
try and slow
gede
things
gini
down, maybe
mah.
even get a kill and get the
Kalau tim
lockdown.
gede gini ya siapa lu Christopher Devin anjing?
T1 still noted here.
They're gonna commit on this. I want to see if they fully go for this. They've drawn out a lot of utility. 35 seconds. They can't
Tanggapan
commit
lu
too far
soal
away.
website judi yang kasih
Flash
donate
goes
ke
in,
streamer?
Shot goes up. 21 HP though. He ain't got much
gua
to
sih
play with.
kagak
The adjustments
setuju.
there. Side players in.
Cuma
Crashes.
masalahnya,
Oh, you're back with
kalau dia
Vector.
kasih, kita
Denied
bisa
the
apa?
cross and the spike's gone loose. With 24
Nggak mungkin
seconds, we need
dibalikin.
miracles from Sire player, and it ain't happening. NRG with the bodies in the right place.
Kecuali
Now, once
disuruh.
getting knifed out, he has no idea. They've
Iya, kecuali
already
disuruh.
taken so much space.
Sama
And
yang
Crash wants
berwajib,
him dead.
gitu.
So does Victor.
Yeah.
Crash is the one to get him.
Kalau enggak
But
mah ya udah terima
talk to
aja
you about
guys.
that round, Mike,
Kalau
because
enggak
that
mah
felt
kita nggak bisa
like T1
balikin.
walked into what
Walaupun dia
NRG
kasih
wanted.
rekening,
Yeah,
gue
I was
nggak
going to say
mau
that
ada
there's no
aliran
confirmation
dana
from
ke
T1
rekening
of
dia.
numbers on the other side here.
Oh.
Big question marks, and it almost feels like, yeah, let's start out the reckoning and wait half a second to maybe look for a ping, but NRG are able to just position here.
Mantap Bang
Again,
Kresis.
Som takes so much damage. As soon as he
Kresis
falls,
ini ngunyah permen
there's
karet
no
mulu
second
tiap kali
layers
tanding ya.
from T1.
Udah kayak pemain baseball.
Nobody sweeps out
Iya.
towards waterfall.
Ngunyah
It's
mulu,
all
anjing.
one-dimensional towards Som.
Looks like they're trying to run it again.
Ya nggak mungkin dia makan nasi dong anjing lagi tanding.
Artists over towards A this time, you know, obviously that
Anjing,
killjoy
tiap kali break.
utility is there, but it's a switch around, right? So you've
Lo
got
kata,
to play stack over
pakai
towards A,
tangan,
T1
anjing.
here, and now you can already see the hunt coming out from Victor. He wants to close that gap.
Tiap bayaran satu suap.
Iya, makan rendang.
The backline is not secure, but you've got to go towards Artist. In between literally a rock and a hard place. How do you get past this? Simply stall. That's what
Makan
Artist wants
padang
to do.
bang.
Oh, and he does more than that. Oh, come on. This
Mantap
guy,
pengartis.
always so good, but can
Terus pakai
Carpe do
tangan ya?
something
Iya.
unthinkable?
Tai.
Find him two already.
Sesuap.
Buat itu mouse.
Terus setiap kali masuk kamera on frame lagi belepotan gitu kan.
Still out of place? No, FNS keeps himself way
Tapi itu bakalan jadi unique player tau.
confirms no presence.
Lagi ngunyah.
Bakal meme di mana-mana itu.
By Mike. This is going to be brutal for Carpe.
Lagi ngunyah sayur nangka bangsat.
Much time to set up here.
No flash.
Kalau jago sih iya jadi unik. Kalau nggak jago pada diketawain aja.
Either way lu terkenal man.
Ya.
Maksudnya lu pasti kan harus udah masukin apa event kayak gini gitu loh. Kayaknya nggak boleh juga deh peraturannya makan pakai tangan anjing gitu.
Absolutely huge here.
Jadi pengen nasi padang.
Lu cacat.
Putting Artist towards A site now, feeling as if NRG have a little more freedom to take the initiative, be decisive here on the defensive side, and actually now the cracks start to show.
Makan rendangnya daging alot dia anjing, ngunyahnya lama banget tuh.
When the scoreline was 11-8, NRG, like I said, that was a must-win round, and look what position it's put them in now.
Restoran Padang
tuh nggak bisa.
I love the switch up
Punya
again, though. Look at the
semua.
variety
Punya semua nggak bisa habis.
Dilepeh habisnya.
This time around,
Alat.
towards that C site, littering the utility over towards there. A little deeper though, not going to be putting it towards that early contact.
Terus kakinya ngangkat satu kan.
We've got the 3-play stack almost kind of working through Beyerdynamic, leaving Som the solo towards A. But how far can they get towards this? You can already see T1 trying to consider options, trying to go through the protocol list. It's going to spot a little bit of attention there.
Kok player gak ada ya player yang ngangkat satu ya kaki?
Gak ada yang kebiasa. Kan itu juga coach karena kebiasaan sih menurut gue.
Almost having to re-explore the map. NRG have made beautiful adaptations.
Selalu dihalangin.
Bisa karena kaki kepanjangan juga sih.
Bisa.
Look at the difference in terms of how deep this utility is invested.
Bangkunya nggak nyaman mungkin.
And they gain nothing off this.
I think Munchkin might have heard the rotation from FNS at the very least, but there's still two players here, and there's still all that Killjoy utility. The adjustment's just right. Again, this is all an information game. Yes, I think he did. FNS comes back around, that's 3 players there. Is that enough of an indicator to keep them committed towards this? It's Som this time. Artist over-delivered.
Offside.
This time, Som's got to go huge. Paranoia sent in, should catch Sire player, but does he get out with his life?
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Keeps himself standing, that's all you got to say. That's all he's got to do so far.
Really well navigated by Som, actually. To not concede that first blood. NRG will be in a 5v5 retake situation. Artist does have the lockdown as well.
Apa mau fast mode?
So they're invested here, but the pick goes down and it does spread across the
spot. Ada banyak yang
baru
deh.
Lo main game gua aja kemarin Amnesia.
Through a link. Side player trying to look towards it, tricky to see with the lockdown in play, but still has to respect it, has to fall away.
Sama aja kan kayak fast mode cuma grinding banget.
Tries to get aggressive, but FNS not having any of what he's trying to sell. A tap of the spike will draw the player, but only to the death. Crash is going to find him, and now leaving it all down to one, and not for long. Som takes back his site.
11-11 anjir dikejar lo.
Kayaknya lu mentok sama gue level 100 dan gue level 100.
Goes huge to deny that second wave of aggression from T1.
Chamber udah nggak lagi dong, enggak.
And he's commanding so much respect. He's keeping 3 members of T1 fixated on this door. Unfortunately, then the pit amounts to nothing on site. NRG able to just stack numbers up here and play trades inside it. Didn't even need to play trades. Only Artist that falls here.
Pressure time now, 11-11. All tied up, map 1. T1 hitting the panic button a little now. This is, again, when we kind of talk about these teams, when we go bigger picture, depth, capability, you always give a little nod to that man there as well. Always able to give them something, you know, else to work with, a little bit of adaptation, all of that experience coming through. They have that backlog of capability. T1, that's a little bit of a different kettle of fish. They're coming into the best they can, and they've done incredibly well to 11-11. Do they have adjustments now?
Look at the contrast in the first 6 or 7 rounds now to NRG really, I guess, spinning the wheel in terms of some of these defensive setups, and T1, like I said, there's so many question marks. As soon as they see an indicator, previously the pit outside B, they then have to explore who's where on the side of NRG. Everything they learned in the first few rounds out the window
Chamber kena nerf dari sebelum gua pensiun juga dia udah di nerf kan dari turnamen-turnamen sebelumnya.
Dari zaman gua main kayaknya.
Yes, you can, I guess, technically adjust things, but being able to be so diligent still is it deserves
pokoknya semenjak pas Ye jago-jagonya aja tuh itu udah di nerf sekali apa 2 kali. Habis Ye kelar main, di nerf lagi.
That's about it really. You have the Seekers for Crashies too. This is crunch time, isn't it? This is when this has to be a big
Chamber
round
tuh di nerf udah 3 kali, guys.
I'm not sure what they're gonna go for.
Ya bener-bener dibikin tolol itu aja nama Riot. Karena terlalu gede usage rate-nya. Dia bisa hampir bisa semua map dia tuh.
Karena dia adalah Sentinel yang bisa menjadi
ini duelis.
Duelis.
Sentinel yang duelis.
Gak bisa di trade kalau dia yang dapat first kill.
Oh, langsung TP, hilang.
just trying to hedge their bets a little bit. Unsure if T1 were going to do something a little different, but it's just a pace change so far, at least this very slow approach. Maybe looking for a B crunch, maybe just looking for early success somewhere. So far, no one being given that chance. Slipping a little deeper though, Munchkin does get pretty far up on this.
Resmoke comes through. I'm not sure if Munchkin's looking to actually find a lurk. All the way up in towards spawn. Trailblazer burnt early.
That's first contact in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Does Som break the door to try and deal with the lockdown? Gonna send the paranoia, here's his chance. Door goes, as does the lockdown, Som gets away. Now, do they springboard towards B? Yes, that's the next goal for T1 here. Artist trying to hold them back as well. You've got Som pretty close by, but T1 are in on the site. We're down to 14 seconds. If anything denies this plant, we get put into problems. But now though, T1, 5v5, post-plant on B. This is gonna be chaotic to say the least. Already, Munchkin gonna find Victor. He's been holding them back towards that A site. And even the Reckoning to throw in on top.
I suggest you move.
He's waiting for somebody to come through. Battle on the other side with one in his hand. Som able to wait this out.
Yeah, but where do they find that next bit of success from? Just holding these choke points with the shorty. So difficult to find a way in on. Munchkin all too aware that Som could be lurking from that A. They noted that flash coming out there earlier. They're running low on it. Carpe's going to find Finesse. Yes, Crashes finds one, but he needs to find a whole lot more, and he ain't got many seconds to do it in. He's gone down to T1.
12-11.
Looking to fold. Looking to find that punch.
Nice banget.
Nice
banget.
NRG had
Nice
no
banget.
answers there.
Slow burn.
11-12
pays
sih.
off for
Emang
T1.
11-12.
I'm looking at this, and there's no pinch onto Som. Som's able to throw a paranoia, remove this lockdown for free. Yes, Artist had a little bit of utility here scattered across B site, but there was numbers for T1. And when you've drawn the attention of Som,
That should be good, right?
Yeah.
You've done the big challenge there.
Artist has to go huge there. And even, it's just a little bit late with the Cove. You think NRG are going to be able to recover there, but so much time passes before NRG make a move. Yes, they have to weigh out the Reckoning, but there's no catalyst there. There's nothing for NRG to latch onto to get back into B site.
Ooh, okay. Commitment toward A though. First time we're seeing this deep exploration coming out from Victor, coming out from Crashies. Now T1 have been playing these patient defaults. This is going to be quite telling. They spoke. I'm not sure if they spotted one or two, maybe just one. There are
ada game horror baru buat record, Bang.
towards Mound is the other two.
Apa
So
tuh?
how far does NRG go on this? It should at least cost T1 a little bit of utility on the way back. Having to clear close. Should burn it up, makes it a little easier to hold on to both sides for those two.
Kasih tahu.
And they have cleared that. So now where does T1
Udah
go?
aku
Again, they're not
wishlist
finding much of this info, Mike.
Looking to run the clock down once again. NRG relinquish some of this control towards Rubble early on. Victor and Crash is now back towards a more traditional position.
It's just Artist and FNS to hold this.
They have to go huge here.
How much can these two do? Nice stall for one, but Saya player reads through it.
Saya.
Catches FNS looking a little
In
out of sorts, so
outbound.
it's just Artist, and the support's still a mile away. Trying to play cool, trying to play calm, he's gone down.
Yeah.
T1 now with
In
only
out,
3
in
more
out.
to find.
In
This
and out.
map's theirs. Plant
Gak ada N-nya, Bang. Gak ada
Time on their
N-nya.
side.
In out
Crashes
aja, Bang.
gone.
Jadi,
And
gue beli
Saya
burger.
player wanting more.
Kan nggak bisa berlima kan?
Form of Victor, but it is going to be just
Atau
the last 2
4 orang.
Iya,
shots.
buat besok.
Try and turn any of this. Can they take
Kan
it to
hari
OT
ini
on that
masih
point?
berlima,
So
Bang.
much to come up
Masa
against. Look
minggu
at
ini
this.
salah libur kan.
Iya. Besok kita
First
benenet.
contact on towards the turret.
Kamis
There's the
kita
swing,
horor.
there's the kill, and there is map 1. T1
Wow,
digging deep there to beat out NRG.
13-11.
T1 bos.
Beautiful stuff in the last 2 rounds as
Iya.
well. Looking to slow everything down.
Kamu ganteng.
Allow that pressure to build, and NRG went hunting a couple of times, but didn't pay off for them. They struggle once again on this defensive arc. Yes, they had a beautiful adjustment halfway through that.
Yeah.
It looked as if they got themselves right back in a position to close things out. Artist having a fantastic game here on the
Game-nya
Killjoy.
kayak di power gitu, Bang.
T1,
In out berapa harganya?
Cepet.
Murah.
I'm a little surprised, I'll be honest, because
Kenapa
this
nggak
was
main
something I
fokus trial
was
dulu,
looking at, and I wanted T1
Oh,
to approach
iya.
this with the same confidence and the
Ya,
same
boleh.
willingness to
Kenapa nggak
play
gitu,
aggressive
Ton?
and really take the fight
Benenet,
that we saw versus
Outlast.
EDG. Here, initially,
Kalau
we saw in
Benenet
the
3
second
biji
half,
kita
they
besok.
looked as if they strayed away
iya.
from that.
Iya.
That's why I got a little bit worried, honestly, because that's where
Kan
an IGL like
Modern udah jadi
Finesse
besok.
really starts to excel. Once he gets his finger on the pulse, and really grasp what T1 are trying to
Dapat
achieve.
500.000.
That's the sort of game that you expect
Oh,
NRG
masih
to
bulan
win.
depan kan ya?
If anything, that credits T1 higher.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm
ini cuma
very
50
surprised that they closed
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah, what a stark contrast to their initial opening game up against EDG, right? That is a totally different tone change, pace
I'm a
change coming through to
glow.
this, and be able to kind of adjust to the depths that we were crediting and praising NRG for that little late game run to bring us back up to 11. Hey, T1 did it right back to
Apaan?
him. Now you would say
Jalan,
that this
bagus gak
map,
itu?
yes, it's probably the most favorable one
Oh,
that
kompensasi.
T1 has
Bisa tuh,
available.
lihat tuh.
Next up,
Si paling bisa deh gue ngeliat,
that is
kira
a
gue
whole
cenayang.
different beast.
Dari trailer lu
NRG's
tahu
pedigree
tuh
runs
biasa.
so deep on
Ah,
mine.
di
So
sampah
T1 definitely
gamenya,
a
ya.
bigger challenge now, but for me, big tick in the box to get themselves
Habis
on the
record
board
lanjut
here
nobar.
with the first
Enggak, udah
first
gua
map
kelar
of
record
this
pasti
series.
udah
This
udah
is
selesai
huge.
matchnya.
T1 showing us a fantastic performance on
Enggak
that
sih,
one.
gua mesti tidur
Find on the
sore, guys.
horizon.
Jadi
That is what I
enggak.
cannot wait to see.
Hari ini
Do
cuma
not
nonton
go
ini doang gua.
anywhere.
Hari ini, besok, lusa cuma nonton match pagi doang gua. Gak bisa nonton hari ini sama besok karena lusa udah nggak ada kan, libur. Bisa nonton map 1 doang, match 1 doang. Match 1 yang pertama.
Harap hubungi
Lupa ini kena copyright, malah asik ngedengerin. Astaga. Tet 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 tet. Next mapnya apa? Next mapnya Bind. Picknya ini NRG. NRG katanya strong banget di Bind karena optik kan. Bahkan waktu optik lawan PRX saja dulu, PRX tuh jago banget di Bind, tapi dikalahin sama optik di Bind aja.
Bang, tapi kan nggak ada Yey.
Loh, ada Ardis anjing mengganti Ye. Gila loh, Ardis. Pastikan sampai lupa mute, ya, gue malah sing along anjing, kena copyright deh. Masih jadi rumahnya pemain optik gitu mah, ya cuy. Main mah udahlah. Yosobi Idol udah ada lo-fi ternyata, udah enak. Orang Korea mulus semua dah. Orang Barat juga mulus guys anjir.
Sebuah generalisasi yang tidak generalisasi.
Iya. Mulus apa enggaknya mah.
Kalau ngomong.
Orang Korea juga banyak yang jerawatan anjir. Kalau kalian liatnya Idol,
nonton Idol.
Iya, kalau liatnya Idol, iya mulus semua lah, bagus semua ya. Duitnya juga mantap.
Ke negaranya dulu aja, langsung lihat.
Iyain lah bang.
Aduh, jangan.
Oh gitu.
Aku aja belum ke sono.
Lalu belum pernah ke Korea?
Belum.
Jadi bareng lah. Diajakin nggak mau.
Bang ngajak-ngajak.
Kapan?
Ya minggu depan deh ARL sebaton lo gimana?
Iya, ke Korea banget bos.
Oke. Tapi sebenarnya di Korea tuh apa yang lu pengen lihat?
Ya belum pernah, pengen sekali aja, nggak tahu pengen lihat apa. Culture-nya aja.
Hola, hola, hello.
Kita ke Cape Town aja apa yuk?
Makin jauh tuh.
Ngapain anjing?
Tiba-tiba ke Cape Town.
Aku pengen banget ke Afrika loh.
Bang yang
Afrika
pengen ke Afrika
ke Cape
kamu
Town,
bang.
Anjir. Awimbawe aja ke hutan.
Oh, pengen ke ini. Kalau itu pengen ke Libya bang, Libya.
Anjing.
Sama Botswana. Pengen
Itu
makan
national park
daging wagyu. Botswana.
Si paling mau makan daging
Kenapa di
wagyu.
Botswana? Makannya di Jepang kalau daging wagyu anjing.
Kalau mau wagyu di sini juga ada bang, nggak usah jauh-jauh ke sono.
Apa yang Kobe lah, jelas.
Ya, Kobe sama wagyu kan udah beda bang.
Ya tetap aja.
Tapi sapi sono berkualitas semua ya Botswana ya.
Capek. Terlalu lah.
Beneran.
Iya berkualitas, maksud gua kalau tapi tujuannya ke sana bukan buat makan daging dong.
Bukan emang, bukan. Gimik doang bang, astaga.
Astaga, gua tuh.
Kulit Anton deh anjing, dijual aja lah di Botswana.
Gila, lagi latihan aim no. M-Lab no.
Saya play ya.
Detail Fox Custom. Apa ini? Detail Fox. Damage kata kurasi. Sama aja gak punya gue. Damage kata kurasi sama ini damage kata. Urusannya ini.
Wagyu Prayoga siapa anjing? Hari-hari Wagyu Prayoga. Jadi ini siapa ya? Yang kanibal?
Siapa aja?
Itu yang
Manto.
Bukan yang terkena. Manto. Oh, iya itu bener si Sumanto ya. Namanya siapa?
Oke, kenapa jadi Wagyu?
Kan saya Wagyu Prayoga kan nama orang anjing.
Oh, paham gua maksudnya. Ya.
Bang, lanjutin bikin
Trimanto. Anjing itu masih Manto kalau Trimanto. Sampai
Anjir,
banget.
jadi Trimanto.
Tapi setahu gue dia emang kanibal juga sih dia tuh.
Buset, takut gue.
Aduh, Yinsu, cakep banget. Tapi cowoknya Boster, aku bisa apa anjing?
Cowoknya apa?
Boster, Fnatic Boster. Pro player Fnatic Valorant. Mereka nih couple goals kedua setelah Tenz sama KYD anjir. Yang satu caster, yang satu pro player. Insu udah ada pawangnya bang. Iya anjing, pawangnya juga cocok sih sama dia. Tensi sama kayak dia kan juga cocok ya. Kayak dia yang kayak galak-galak gitu, tensinya tuh yang kayak lemah lembut. Sama Boser juga yang lemah lembut, Insunya yang keras sih.
Galak-galak.
Iya, ini cocok banget itu berdua.
Galaknya di mana bang?
Insu bukan bang, aduh jangan dipancing dong.
Yang tegas maksudnya.
Iya, tegas.
Tegas banget.
Itu katanya
ya.
tegas. Yang disiplin gitu.
G was committing on that
Okay, dia kan
Lotus and
yang
playing exactly that they play in that region.
disiplin ya.
That Gecko can fall flat pretty.
Orang
In
Jepang.
this first half, I think we should be watching
Itu
for
Pak,
the
satu
external
lagi,
control from
siapa
both
sih?
these teams. With the
Yang main
Gecko
Apex,
Harbor,
anjing,
T1 will be
lupa gua nama dia.
Oh,
pushed down with
si
the cascade,
ini.
and that Gecko Flash or a Sky
NRG
Flash
juga
behind
ya,
it. On the other
NRG.
side for NRG, they have good
Siapa
util
sih?
for that as
Fuck,
well.
gue jadi
They're
lupa.
really slow with this comp, and there's lots of stall in their post plans.
It may look statistically favorable
Yang
for
jago.
NRG, but
SU.
do not
SU.
sleep
Ah,
on
yeah,
this
SU.
one because they got some things
SU.
cooking. Let's go ahead and send it over to Pansy and Hypoc for the call.
Lupa.
Gak inget gua.
Malah nggak tahu gua.
Cewek siapa Ton? Ah lu begitu.
Gua cuma tahu SU ya doang, nggak tahu ceweknya.
Cewek pas gue tonton channelnya anjing belaksak.
How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I feel pretty good about it. It's
Cuma
sort of
boleh bang, ngupil bang.
with the so-called practice, another one of those ones where it kind of throws off the protocols, and NRG are a team
Duduknya kayak duduk di
that
warteg.
Gue juga sering ngupil on stream.
Chep, you did it really well, right? Yeah, we need to play our game. Stick to the game.
Oh, yeah,
plan.
Dev.
So this is another one that.
Oh, 39
Oh,
Dev yang botak
39
juga,
Dev.
temannya KYD.
Something that potentially isn't,
Iya
you know, familiar
lucu
ground to.
cok.
Iya.
Okay, I like that.
SU-nya
I
elegan,
guess
Dev, ya.
You're gonna look at this map head to head, pound for pound. If T1 played the way NRG was going to play, NRG are going to win that every day of the week. So why not try something a little bit different?
Gak tahu sih.
Speaking of
Itu
something-
pacaran apa enggak gue gak tahu sih.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Victor.
Pacaran dia.
I guess that's how you deal
Satu
with Victor
rumah
trying
sih
to
yang
do those
pasti.
things.
Pacaran
Quite
kok,
choreographed
SEO sama dia
and well
pacaran.
read.
Some will get the plant through though. All will go up behind. Crashes will test it.
Wah, udah
Right,
mulai
let's do
anjir.
that.
Wait,
The mosh pit finds
Dua
as well.
gitu.
where was the mosh pit put down? Maybe I
Inside the cove.
Dengar-dengar Deran tahun depan mau join T1.
oh dear, NRG, this is going to be a shaky start.
Tawan kali tawan.
Taiwan kali, Taiwan.
I only got one in him. Not going to be able to find any more. Oh, this. Nah, not happening. T1.
This is definitely something to keep your eye on as
Yes,
well. We
harusnya
talk
sih
about
pacaran
now
ya, udah satu
Harbour
rumah.
getting more playtime, I guess, across the entire map pool and counters, right? What can you do
Saya
to
cuma
really,
sewa rumah.
I guess, remove the ability to find that guaranteed plant
Tidak
inside
ada
the
tuh yang
cove?
namanya.
Cuma tuh tidak ada bang.
It gives them extra
Nggak
time
ada.
to break it or
Nggak
if
ada.
they
Nggak ada.
inspire.
Gak ada cewek
Spark
cowok.
off sparknya itu gak ada tuh Ton.
Adjust
Gak
slightly on
mungkin
their
Ton.
default plant
No,
locations. They've
itu
got
si
lineup
Saikuno
potentially for the
sama
cove coming in or anything
Valkyrie
like that.
satu
So force
rumah.
NRG
Itu
to
kan
adapt on the
Saikuno
fly.
mah beda.
Saikuno nih, we're talking about Saikuno bang.
I love the fact
Tuh, mereka
Itu
cocok.
itu bestie, itu Saikuno tuh bener girl bestie anjing.
because again, when we look at the likes of Victor on this map,
Lagian mereka tuh awalnya emang udah temenan baru pindah jadi satu rumah.
aware of how they like to
Karena
play
si
because
Saikunonya
it's been
udah
so good
pindah.
historically. So if we get more of that. Oh wait.
Tapi saya kuno keterlaluan
As well,
sih
Sire
pas
with
di
the satchel,
podcast
another tool to
trash test.
disrupt that cove plant as well.
Bener-bener terlalu pure jadi manusia anjing.
Emphasis shift from NRG.
Kenapa jujur banget ya anaknya ya?
Dia polos. Polos banget, bener gila dia. Polos banget.
Ditanya apa jawabnya jujur aja udah.
Iya,
Gak
anaknya
diajarin yang busuk-busuk sama Joey dan Gigak anjing.
Zeta doesn't even see him to kill him. They do make it towards the side, but that weapon just ain't enough, can't they?
kalau NRG kalah langsung out kah? Enggak dong. Kalau NRG kalah masih ada deciding match-nya. Habis ini lawan AC atau lawan Edward.
Being toyed with, yeah, and Artist giving no play
Bukan.
in that.
Lawan
Now last
FU.
one there, Dizzy
Iya
gonna be
sih.
sent on in.
Iya, AC atau Edward ya?
Fire Som! A little spicy, but
Bukan AC.
that's three
Bukan
stands.
AC. Ini kemarin yang kalah lawan NRG siapa?
Very composed here, Mike.
Afi.
Navi, ya Navi atau Edward.
Carry across 3 weapons as well, Carp.
Ntar kan mereka tanding tuh.
400 and 500. Sorry, 50 credits. So we're not going to play this through and try and protect the economy a little bit. The early progress here from Carpe will result in the ultimate being available in round 3.
Tapi jagonya dia tuh ngetral lagi.
Zeta just catches a glimpse.
Emang.
Makes them pay for it. Actually, for the first time on the floor towards B, or at least initially here, lent that direction. Another thing, got my eye on, as always, Finesse. What value can he find behind this wall to lurk up on shore? Heavy lean towards T1.
He's got a lot of players to potentially find value against. Three there. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Noting quite the substantial presence towards B-line.
A big indicator who it was as well. It's the Sky and the Rays, so no rotation comes through just yet.
Kayaknya nggak cuma suruh Mama Valkyrie aja deh, ada Fusli, Miyong juga nggak sih? Iya kayaknya iya. Kayak rumahnya bareng-bareng kan mereka kayak GH gitu.
So I guess him holding like that was a little bit daring, but does eventually slip back towards elbow.
Maybe posturing up a little bit just to imply there is a second player of T1 here, but NRG.
Dua cewek satu cowok tuh, gokil.
3 girls 1 boy.
Is this just all catered to
hari-hari 3 girls 1 cap.
isolating a player outside hooker? Maybe a TP crunch coming through.
Malam bakal main apa? Ton, mau main apa, Ton?
Should confirm there's no one on the side, so it should be
Lihat aja lah, gak usah terlalu pusing.
Yeah, they cleared through with Carpe's ultimate.
Yeah, okay, so noting very little, sees a whole lot. Now it's time to go. Can they make anything on this? Yes! Sire player there so quickly. Finesse trying to backfill though, gonna catch at least the support system of Carpe coming in, but now Sire player's attention turns. And it's gonna be FNS looking vulnerable, the standing tall. On towards the site though, any more presence coming in from CT.
Mati lo Munchkin.
Munchkin, yes, noted.
Oi.
And not handled, crashing.
Kocak.
Oh, Munchkin! The Forbes! Unreal!
Kocak
and now
nih.
FNS are Victor.
Beliau ini
Looking
kocak
worse
dok.
for wear. FNS is the best he can. 3 huge kills. It's all on Victor in a 1v2. This shouldn't have been this close. They reveal, and now the 1v1. Victor is ice cold in these though. He's not gonna fall for it. He does.
Victor!
Taking out breathing, but still standing.
Good shit.
Tadi dikata-katain gua.
Gua katain dia kalau dia pegang AWP. Kalau dia megang Vandal mah gue believe anjir Victor.
On this B site execute. Beautiful approach here. Maybe this is the indicator here with
Ya daripada udah kayak gini kalah bang, lebih parah lagi.
some setups here. Heavy emphasis towards A early on. They don't spot Finesse on that deep lurk outside.
Without him,
and he goes huge. Yeah, 3 kills on the round for him. It's only, I believe, Zeta's Snakebite that finally brings him down.
That was the bonus, keep in mind. That was T1 with far less.
Clutch.
Now we see them on the bite. Does NRG have to bring to...
Well, Ardis down on a Spectre. He has to prioritize, obviously, the wall. And does actually go for a full shield here.
Okay, so Zeta and Carpe playing once again backside, super deep. Information, nothing noted down towards Fountain, deep B long. You already saw the... Munchkin sending out utility there time and time again. Still nothing flagging, so they've got to be aware there's a high chance it's coming towards A. They've pulled over the third player.
Map keberapa? Map kedua ini Kai. 1-0 buat T1. NRG harus menang kalau nggak masuk ke decider map dia.
A bit of an anti-plant setup almost there. Moshpit can be invested, allows time for a little bit of a second glance from Carpe. Spams in, maybe looking for Victor, but he doesn't find the target. A little delay on the plant. Sure side of players. Paint Sheller will find some though, but the plant is in now.
Ardis is going to have his hands full. Luckily slips away from shorts. 2 players from T1 look to retake that space.
Welcome to my world.
Allow NRG to solidify this hold for the time being.
Crashies can't stay alive. Ban's got him. And now they start to get back towards the site. Ardis falls, and now it's down towards what's in the pit. You just saw Victor slip on through. I'm pretty sure you've just seen. FNS gets a little closer, but falls. And now it's all revealed.
Mantap sekali T1 defense-nya.
T1 navigating this NRG threat so well. 3 alive, Diffuse
Well
is there.
played, well played.
3-1 now.
Carpe waits until the final moment when there's definitely a commitment behind this utility. And that's the catalyst.
Well played. Dengar-dengar Anton masuk di Arex ya, Vin. Itu, tapi ada B-nya di depan, B di Arex, bodrek. Nah, Anton mau join itu.
A single player showing their hand from T1.
Because it kind of felt bizarre almost that we've seen T1 kind of
T1 win. T1
but
win.
then their anti-plant setup's kind of denying that space between the mosh pit coming in, the paint shells, everything else. They've got a lot of kit to kind of give themselves that retake potential almost before the spike's even down.
Victor does have the showstopper here. Side player in a position to greet them, but Crashy's punished for the Sheriff.
There are 3 players here though from T1. So this was a sack. It is going to be
Hello,
only
Dima.
over towards that B side, so they should be able to hold on towards this one. NRG finding more connections. Oh, ban! That's nasty! FNS are not going to be happy with that. Van wants him dead. One more shot in this.
Aduh. Wah, mati sama ini.
Save to Snakebite will do it.
Ardis anjir.
Now. Spike's not even down.
Hari-hari mati sama Snakebite.
Really problematic to play against. I feel we're going to see a timeout from NRG. I'd assume it's a strong word, but I think we'll see it relatively quickly as this is very much a different looking bind coming out here. Do we just see Seekers?
Yeah, Munchkin's just posted the Seekers on B. Wow. A little bit of an overinvestment here, but I guess T1
Kayak kemarin kan Kodep cuma 4 tim. Apa cuma 4 tim?
Crashes down to 32 HP and Som down to 78. So got a question. Som's already done some work here from
Clashes. Aku cadel, jadi aku ngomongnya clashes.
T1 throwing everything here.
Aduh. Jatah dulu om. Nah. Ini om, masuk nengok kanan om, langsung om. Nggak mau masuk dia culun. 1 HP. Ayo lu. Pasti dia nggak ngecek bawah nih, langsung lompat nih. Tuh kan. Si paling yakin lu nggak ada yang jaga B lu. Mendingan lu saving senjata anjing. Capek banget. NRG butuh Corneval ini. Iyalah, apa gua daftar ya? Daftar jadi apa?
NRG with the advantage. Maybe T1 just throwing those in, knowing that NRG slightly off kilter with this old cycle.
Aggression?
Yeah, looking to switch things up massively. Deny this space from Finesse, but.
And how contrasting. We've seen them playing deep backside. First challenger found and falls. It's Sire player going down, and FNS passes with flying colors.
They're on opposite sides of the wall there. Carpe swinging one way, Sire swinging the other. A little bit disjointed, and we saw a few examples of that on Lotus, but time being, NRG a 5v4 situation presented.
NRG Corneval. That's me.
And now they're exploring towards showers. They're desperate to get FNS down. But look at his positioning. So hard to clear. There's no way you're going to be going
Oh, hari ini yang main 4 tim, tadi misalnya enggak. Hari ini ada 6 tim. Mayu. Ada 3 match. Kalau kemarin kan cuma 2 match, ini ada 3 match. Ini masih match yang pertama. Dan gue cuma nonton match yang pertama ini doang.
This could be bizarre in a couple of seconds now.
I've got your trail.
The Seekers should tell, a very strange picture that someone's pushed up, but do they expect the second player here as well? It'll be very difficult for them to get out of this.
30 seconds left.
And in position to fire over Crashies, stands tall, finds the first, but Carpe will respond. 3v4 now for T1.
T1 Korn bagus. Apa ya bagusnya?
Flash just back on now for Munchkin. Contact there, picked up, fully flash, fully white. It's Zane to take down Som, they know where Victor is.
Oh, nice banget. Untung cepet hilang tuh. Kanan lo Ardis.
Now down to the 2v2, but time is ticking. They gotta find these final players.
Nice banget.
He's holding that back line.
Oh, dimainin lo. Victor with the satchel, boys. Victor, my boy, with the satchel. Yeah. Gitu dong, Thor. Selama lu nggak megang OP, gue yakin lu jago, Thor.
30 seconds left.
Korn. Aduh. Hari-hari korn. Sebut namaku Bang Ardis, hari-hari minta sebut nama lu. Capek.
A judge, a stinger, Marshall here, so light investment on the side of T1.
Shower spamming out. Box. And they are now forced the hell away. Ban. I'll stick around on this a little bit and gonna lose his life. A little bit of an interesting choice, wrong call there from him. Carpe tagged up. Pain Shell could be the death of him too. See how much damage he takes. Fair amount. Down very low here. You're already gonna hear that TV. Taken shot comes out. Victor
Panas.
Very clean on this.
Oh,
The last two
Victor.
players, Zeta and Munchkin. This
Panas
is a
ini, Bang Victor.
situation, a sheriff and a judge. Very hard to
Media
pry any
punya
more
si
value out of this
Jasin udah
round.
selamatin kalau
As NRG looking to
MU udah
stabilize here,
diakuisisi
they're not far
sama
from it.
Qatar.
Iya, mau dibeli.
Nah,
Mau dibeli ya, MU sama Qatar ya?
ya cuman kan lagi perang nih sama si siapa nama gue Jim Radcliffe nggak salah deh.
Iya, apakah akan join Oil Rig, Bang?
Nah, pengennya sih Oil Rig Bang aku Bang.
Rig mah isinya orang oil rig semua.
Dasar tim Oli. Hari-hari
2 tahun
tim
kemudian
bola
Arsenal
tapi
dibeli.
jualan Sania.
Bukan dong.
Wah, itu
Bukan minyak goreng dong.
Arsenal ada waktunya, Bang. Diakuisisi itu.
Kalau Arsenal diakuisisi sama tim Oli, gue gak nonton bola lagi.
Semua akan Oli pada akhirnya, Bang. Denger mah.
Enggak, gue mendingan nonton NFL.
Aduh.
Nonton Kansas City Chiefs aja gue.
Tapi ya,
Lalu tiba-tiba NFL poster utamanya Oil Rig. Oke.
Tapi NFL kayaknya kagak ada yang Oil Rig ya? Ada nggak sih?
Agak lah, orang bisnisnya gede banget. Udah gak butuh duit itu.
Itu jadi kayak kesenangan pribadi aja ya, anjir. MU dibeli. Iya, MU mau dibeli sama Qatar.
Ngalahin
away
City
from
dia.
the plant coming in, but that could be quite telling. First time we're seeing artists down deep by fountain.
Malu
Wait,
mereka
we're
sama
seeing
tuan
them walk behind this.
satu kota.
Munchkin's going looking for this fight here. Pop flash.
Beda kota juga.
You send through artists.
Manchester juga, Bang.
Gotta be ready for this one. He's not. Munchkin commits, and now this is scary, right? Trying to get through. They push through this. There's that ult as well. Masses of information. Paint shell sent as well. Lovely combination work.
Som stuck in the
Wah,
defane.
ngeri nih.
Falls to the paint shell. Mosh pit denying space to finesse here.
Slowing them down.
Yeah, Carpe stalling this one out.
Side player on the way as well.
Oh,
Still
finesse
Boombot
ini
there.
tuh.
Still has the ult as well. Maybe they can
Dia
decide to get
FNS ya?
through the TP if they want to, but
Iya,
again,
betul.
look towards where Munchkin's position is.
Diperpanjang aja jadi
Issue
finesse.
if they want to try and cross out. Down to 27 seconds. Flash, they know it. They know what's their way. Zayd's gonna find a finesse, and there's gonna be the showstopper.
Showstopper.
Making something for it, but 18
Rashid.
seconds, a 1v2. It ain't gonna be easy.
Makin
Oh,
boom.
he makes a damn good go, but the positioning was great from Munchkin. They're on time.
Pelor.
Keeping T1 just
T1 dari
a little
mana?
further
T1 dari
ahead of
Korea,
NRG.
guys.
They're maintaining a 2-round gap
Halo
here.
Joy.
T1 will be able to scrape together. Oh, gee, actually going to pump the brakes here.
Duit Oli tuh wangi. Iya wangi.
And some of these
Mabok
pinches
loh sama duit Oli.
through the TP, you can see Som just desperately trying to get away.
Yo, not even close!
Yo, not even close. Kenapa, Bang? Marah-marah, Bang, dia, Bang.
Biasa Bang.
Yeah, curious.
Tonting. Kayak turnamen warnet.
This A site hold once
Tae.
again.
Rendah.
Dilemparin rokok itu.
Anjing.
I guess struggling a little bit in terms of finding some sort of comfort here on the attack. It feels very, very hit or miss in terms of they find an opening engagement and
Pada sering ke warnet gak sih dulu?
Ya, sering dong, Bang.
Pertanyaan apa sih?
Anak zaman sekarang kagak, Bang.
Bang, zaman sekarang masih banyak. Cuman namanya udah kan warnet, Bang. Udah keren. Internet cafe, anjing.
Cafe.
Yang harganya 10.000 sejam.
Iya, tapi kan PC-nya, cowok. Anjing, PC dulu kan murah karena burik. Iya, PC sekarang buset perlengkapannya. Udah kayak gaming gear gua, coy.
Bisa streaming loh di sana.
Bisa banget, kan banyak.
Aduh, ini nggak kuat kan, nggak ada tank nih lawan Maya.
Might be seeing it now.
We have Artist and Finesse disconnected from this, so a widespread default. Take control outside the TP here, but Artist have his hands full if T1 look to aggress and not expected at all. Artist pressing two, absolute freebies.
They just take the TP and go. Surely. Yeah, you absolutely do.
Thank you.
Now, the only man who can stop him is Carpe. Moshpit gonna buy time, isolate a fight towards FNS, but not enough. FNS disrespecting
Yo,
that.
tekan balik dong. Yo, not even close gitu teriakin lagi,
Sights
bro.
all there, Puan gonna come in. This should be
Match
comfortable.
2 sama 3 kenapa nggak nobar lagi? Gue mau nge-record that's.
Carpe thinking he forced finesse off that angle, but
Di tempatku tetap warnet bang, berarti kalau masih sebutannya warnet belum bagus itu PC-nya.
T1
Kalau PC-nya udah mahal
Iya.
disebutnya internet cafe.
gotta say,
Dulu warnet
pull something
lagi
like that
main,
out of the timeout,
ada
you
buka
have to
YouTube.
anticipate.
Woi,
NRG
buka YouTube siapa nih
switch
nge-lag,
things.
lag.
Buset.
Iya. Enggak, kalau lagi download, lagi update game, tau nggak?
Iya, ya sama download.
Download juga.
Atau ada yang upload, wah lemot langsung.
Zeta positioned here in elbow.
Credit here to NRG for adjusting very well after that timer, but I think you're right in kind of highlighting that sort of clear through showers. I guess it's the first time they'd seen that sort of thing, maybe just expecting FNS, but not expecting an adjustment off the back of the timeout. Maybe short-sighted there. And again, like to have seen a little bit more intent behind it.
Aku jadi press heal aja ya.
See, yes, it does. Okay.
Ini apa
Rifle
sih?
removed,
DC
obviously where
mulu.
the money lays for T1 as well.
T1 success hasn't
Internet
come
cafe
from
juga
actual being
di
proactive
tempat-tempat
here on the
gede,
defense. That's why it's a little
peak
strange to
gitu kan.
see it right out of the timeout.
Dulu gua turni di World Gaming kan kalau nggak.
I think it's, yeah, bands deep
Bang
on
liat
the
master
angle
di
is-
Valorant ID dah yang
Nggak tahu,
YouTube-nya
Bang.
lucu banget sama live chat-nya.
Baru tuh
Udah
PG
berminat.
Barak.
I even said earlier on in this match,
Gua
this is the
turnamen
first time
di
we said
Gading
in this
gua
series
dulu.
about T1. Some of the setups they have.
Yang di La Piazza no apa namanya?
Yeah.
Oh, tahu gua.
Nice.
Biasa.
Nice. But now, there should be formalities underselling these sort of rounds. I want to see if one NRG.
NRG should tie up here though.
Yes, it should be 5 apiece, considering if it does get into dangerous
Wah,
territory.
NRG.
Menurut gua PG Barsnya udah bagus menurut gua.
NRG di kontes anjir. Serem juga.
It would need someone to be either caught in a terrible mistake or over
Warner
massively. For now, seemingly very cognizant of Munchkin's positioning. It's been a bit of a nuisance towards Ardis when they had been going for that heavier lean towards A, and Ardis left to kind of deal with him towards long. Dogs clear, Ardis to follow, and Munchkin has to respect that.
But early on though, you just see Munchkin solo posturing towards B. This time around, 3 teammates stacked behind him, so he's going to try and bait out a little bit of pressure here. Ardis needs full effect on that flash, and Munchkin posts up deeper on the angle.
I kind of like what Munchkin's doing though, is like almost overselling, right? He's like trying to bait them into playing the site, which with the Seekers coming in kind of negates that. It loses a little bit of its validity as NRG go, hold on, all of those Seekers just went towards this site. I think there's a stack.
Looking to commit behind it though. Victor looking to find some space. Wall committed now. Showstopper as well.
Yeah,
Next found one.
Time, 10 seconds, hold on. Where's that final player, Sire? What can you do about this?
Victor.
Only Sheriff, 5 seconds, the plant's in. Victor, down low. But the rest sitting pretty. Perfect HP, this would need miracles for Sire player. And NRG are giving him nothing. No flank to be seen, they are sat waiting. These crossfires breaking would be very difficult. And again, no one's moving a muscle. NRG are waiting this one out. Swans Victor takes him. He was the weaker of the 3. And the other 2 can just filter away, posture towards long, get ready to slip away.
Nggak bisa.
Sire player losing these opportunities second by second here.
That's on the way out. No, Som turns on it. NRG do try things up. 3-4, but finances protected here.
Iya loh, ini T1 bisa ngimbangin NRG boleh-boleh loh.
Requires a little bit of investment on the side of
Di
NRG. Only the res
ininya lagi.
available here.
Epicnya.
Kandangnya lagi anjir.
Time definitely became a factor here, and that's where actually some of these scrappy little stacks can cause problems. NRG wise to it, clean up nicely.
It's a remix. Okay, so Seekers for Munchkin, Reckoning as well. Zeta's actually only one away too. That could be
Berarti
interesting. What if that
PPX
comes
dengan
through this
samping
round?
jago juga ya berarti ya.
What do we have here as the
Beli-beli
start?
T1 ya.
So a little bit more of an
Apa T1-nya
interest
belum nyala
towards the A
berarti ya?
side. That I mean,
Nyala kali.
it's your bog standard default really, but with a little bit of intention towards Shower behind it, and FNS slipping on up.
The adjustment here though being it's banned to support Carpe and not Zeta this time around. See, only one snake bite. If that was invested or wasn't brought into the round.
Something magnificent about hearing Wingman in this arena. Seeker's going to come through, as does Munchkin. This now is a crunch, but Crashies fights his way out of it with FNS's deeper position. It catches off Carpe, and now the plant can come in. They've got them pinned.
Kanan kiri.
Now, Victor, how much more you got? Oh, that's just ridiculous work, but Munchkin overwhelms him. We're down to 3-3 here. It's still very, very possible. Tough work, though, for Zay to try and build back through from CT.
No utility to work with. Munchkin down to 9 HP, and Ardis looking to punish. Munchkin post up at the angle, though.
Oh, he's got him! Massive player advantage now.
Damn.
Some feel that strain. So I'm trying to slip away a little deeper as FNS trying to readjust here, make it work on the fly. T1 starting to be hands forced here, have to make the way, and FNS doing everything he can. Oh, it's not enough.
Gila saya.
This time is on their side. T1 clawing this back.
Finesse nearly with a beautiful on-the-fly adjustment of this poison orb. Finds a freebie in the backlines and bails out. Som here. Yeah, Munchkin, this is the crucial kill. Ardis is readjusting here, potentially to find that res, to get an extra body back online in showers. Beautiful awareness from Munchkin.
Gila. Saya tamasya keliling-liling kota.
All away from the ultimate once again. Zeta, Sai, and Ban all have theirs available.
Bisa ban saya nggak, guys? Ben saya. Ini NRG kalau kalah 2-0 sih. Kecewa gua sama Crashes.
And Carpe retrieved the orb as well, so beautiful position to be in here for T1.
Yeah, you can see Carpe's diligence starting to show because he's been punished by slipping here.
Itu udah nyala anjir.
I think FNS has timing on that. Yeah, okay.
Cuma sayanya kalau udah nyala ngeri juga nih.
Quick evacuation. The site is fully under NRG control. They've got everything you want. Yes.
Saya Munchkin
the Mosh Pit's going to come in to slow it down a little bit.
Duet ini.
Viper's Pit being almost thrown up as well. This is everything being poured in. Victor going to isolate Carpe with just the spam straight on through. The plant denied still, held off still. CT1 want to fight back in.
Finally, the plant comes through. Shows up here. Saya doesn't come in through, but
get on this.
Wait, Som took the spike through the TP.
Som's got to run. He's a lucky boy. He's heard this. Surely Munchkin has heard these steps. They bought so much time for this. What a bizarre scenario, Mike.
30 seconds left.
So many ults committed here on side. So much utility.
25.
A lot of time left on the clock.
Look at Munchkin.
This is huge.
Munchkin.
If they have more utility to throw in, this will be the time. Slow it down for just a second.
Oh, untuk masuk. Oh, nice.
13 seconds.
Nice.
Sure, he's triple checking, but no,
untung udah pada ke A semua anjir.
Furious with this.
Nice. Hampir aja Munchkin kenyang.
And now man advantage sat with NRG.
Timing.
Pas banget ya timingnya ya.
Parah.
Tied all up, this could be 6 apiece on the half here. Munchkin, good work, needs a lot more though. Tag, and the frag, Zeta gets it. Time now.
Safe plant.
Oh my god, it is. They've got to fight into it to Crashies. It ain't pretty. Zeta gets towards halfway.
Lagi-lagi Satchel 3 kali. Gue ngeliat Satchel ini bikin aiming ke tai, coy. Bener-bener.
This is the game I want to see.
Lu kalau udah kena Satchel tuh udah gak bisa apa-apa, anjir. Aiming langsung berantakan.
This composition.
Asli dah.
I see the method to the madness here, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. I think T1 applying it perfectly. NRG with the right response, though. Coming out, level pegging here. 6-6 on the half. A couple of these right down to the wire. NRG sweating in the last 15 seconds of some of these rounds.
Gara-gara kurang cepet sih tadi ngebokongnya ya.
Gimana nih, Coach? Aduh. Orang ya, Coach ya?
Jinjit sih dia jalannya.
I want to see how this thing concludes as well, Lauren. That was probably one of the most wild rounds of Valorant we've seen at an international event in quite some time. But 6-6 again, Kukuka.
Tapi silent.
I don't think anyone going into this was like, yeah, you know, these two teams are going to be evenly matched. Like, don't get me wrong.
Jalan cepat tapi silent bang ya.
But oh my
Dia
goodness
ninja
gracious.
bang.
Oke.
NRG's bringing this amazing.
You're saying that you want this to end?
Jalan
This is probably
cepat
the most
tapi
entertaining map that we have in
diem.
the competition so far. And
Ninja
I'm so
sulit
excited to watch this competition, especially because of the way that this utility is going to be used coming from T1, and we can see it in this round. They have the mosh pit, they have the snake bats, they have the paint shield. There's so many
Secel tuh multifungsi banget ya guys ya.
Buset, of course, to create that chaos, that damage that will give them a huge upper hand when we're talking about those retakes.
And I think a lot of that is a prep against the
Secel ganggu more than double Secel entry. Ya beda usage sih.
It's quite predictable. On A, it's a wall from the sage to block off. You're planting close, and you're normally holding in U-haul to hold for this post. But T1 are constantly disrupting that with utility. The first volley is those mollies you're talking about, and the second volley is always a combination of the Sky Flash and the Dizzy coming over at once, which lets them flood in and find such good value in these retakes. But now we switch over into the second half here, and for NRG on the defensive side, this composition is one where they're normally
Terakhir prosesor yang keluar apa ya? AMD apa Intel?
Intel, yang AMD belum keluar lagi. Kan Intel ngeluarin Gen 13 buat ngalahin portrait-nya ini kan, 5 series.
Tag win percentage is also pretty high for them. I think that
Ya, mau
we're
ganti,
going to
Cok.
get a lot of what we saw in the first half translated into Harbor. Also some brilliant performance on Harbor.
Oh, this match has truly been the gift that keeps on
Ngapain
giving.
aja, Bang?
And the good
Lagi
news is we
tebak-tebakan.
have plenty more to come. Let's send it right back over to Fancy and Hypoc.
Hari-hari tebak-tebakan.
Yeah, 6 apiece.
Berapa sih yang 13 harganya? 10 juta.
Enggak. 8
just don't know
juta.
enough about this
7
composition,
juta.
right? When we see these agents coming out, how
apa 10 juta ya?
viable
Kayaknya
is it
10
on
juta
the
deh.
second half? Yes, it looked great on the first half. They've certainly kept up at 6 apiece. I keep going back to, historical results. You go to what you know, and obviously NRG on paper
Bukan
you
tim
got
yang
to put a
keluar
lot
yang
of
mana
stock in them.
duluan?
But here,
Yang terakhir yang mana?
challenged by all occasions.
Intel dulu apa AMD? Yang terakhir
To
keluar
be in
kapan?
position to receive a
Apaan?
lot of information
Dih,
early on
rugi
here.
dong
NRG
lu.
will have to pivot away,
Dengan Intel.
reposition at least.
Iya udah mendingan Intel aja kalau punya duit. Tapi Intel juga udah murah, yang Gen 13 dibandingin Gen 12.
Gue tergantung keluar.
soalnya bagus
Gue
banget.
tergantung kalau misalkan yang keluarnya AMD nih, itu kan dia lebih bagus jadi kalau
There's like a
AMD.
no man's land. They got to win the fights, and they do.
Belum tentu,
Salt and
Pak.
FNS keeping NRG
Intel yang Gen
standing in this, but
13
look at the
itu
HP.
bagus,
Yes, they're
bagus
down low.
banget.
Can Sire player catch the punish? I think FNS has read it well. Absolutely now hearing that frenzy fire
Nanti kalau keluar lagi yang barunya AMD pasti biasanya lebih bagus lagi.
quietly on this.
Perangnya kan gitu biasanya kan.
Still trying to go for the
Iya,
same
kalau
approach,
benar paling baru sih biasanya iya dia lebih bagus.
Iya, maksud gue gitu yang paling
Cuma
baru.
pasti nggak lama setelah itu Intel ngeluarin lagi yang lebih
Iya.
bagus. Jadi menurut gua mendingan Intel.
Antara lu
Yang
nunggu
tidak akan
kalau
terakhir, lo tau gak?
antara lu
Soalnya-
nunggu atau kalau gue sih nggak gitu. Misalkan pas gue mau bikin kan Intel nih, baru ngeluarin pakainya Intel gue gitu.
And actually that's a big tool for T1 to work
Soalnya
on.
AMD
Flash finding nothing, and
sekarang
NRG
udah mulai
drift
kayak
away
Apple
long.
nih pelan-pelan nih.
TR is maybe calling for help, a little bit of utility coming
Jadi
from
kalau
AMD lagi.
grafik card lu gak Radeon juga gak bisa full performance AMD ini lu
and he's held his ground
prosesornya.
well. Munchkin going down is huge. And now just the two remaining.
Pemain
But yes, the
ekosistem
HP is low,
dia.
but the heals are going to come out. You're going to start seeing some of these players getting back on their feet. It's only Som really left.
Kenapa pada gak suka
Down on
AMD?
very little.
Soalnya AMD
And Zaya player trying to be pissed
banyak
off, trying to
isu.
be- That guy does do well, but he's
nggak
lost
suka
later in the
membuat
meantime.
orang
Now
pemakai,
there's
kok
problems.
gua pakai
How does he get past
Gua juga
four
pakai
players?
AMD
That's the
dulu.
first, that's the
Cuma
second.
gak
Look
bisa
at Rachel.
kepake,
Switch
jadi gua
up he
ganti.
goes. Not gonna happen.
Cuman
Wow, FNS called
walaupun
in
gue
there
pakai
to
kita lihat
deal with
aja
the problem that
performance
was on
yang
the side.
Poin 13.000 sih bagus
That
emang.
close.
Yeah, T1
Parah
played this
ya.
to perfection though. Like I said,
Jadi
waiting
kita
outside it,
fair-fairan.
NRG anticipates
Tuh.
now. The flash finding nothing.
Kita
They
harus
commit to that rotation.
objektif.
Kita pakai yang
Luckily though, Som
bagus
with
gitu
10
ya.
HP finds a crucial kill to bring it to a 5v2. Massive
Gua
from
lagi
lagi
him.
pengen
PR hari ini
13.
gue.
Sire
Saya MVP.
Soalnya
makes
kalau
that one
ganti
interesting, yes, but
prosesor ganti motherboard saya
can't get
kan ya.
anything done with the nade reset.
Ini itu ganti prosesor brand, ganti motherboard. Itu yang bikin mahal jadinya.
Two sheriffs
Emang lo apa sekarang,
to
Jok?
Carpe.
AMD 5600.
Really, in this half, you're
Iya lo
looking for
ganti ke
NRG
Intel,
to
ganti motherboard.
again mitigate some of the risk early on with this utility from
Ganti
T1.
motherboard,
Also prevent
cocok-cocokan
T1
lagi
from really
memorinya.
having strength to set up for some of these executes.
Iya, kompatibel apa enggak?
curious once we get to the buy rounds how NRG will approach this.
Jadi mendingan sekalian aja beli komputer baru.
Bener. Yang satu AMD, yang satu Intel.
Wih.
Just the same old exchange of utility. I wonder if maybe
Makan dulu lah.
Gas.
could have cat. Caught
Saya berat di punggung. Iya nih.
He's been playing a very, very good game, FNS. Playing in crashes here on that. Lovely. Keeping it clean. Mixes in the right place.
Gila,
Not finding
rata aja
any
tuh,
room to work
cerpe.
here. I mean, the spikes are back down in spawn. They're not
Buset,
particularly doing too
ini.
much in that way.
Ini dia.
Itu jagonya kan defend bang, baru inget gua.
Tangible to work from.
Ini dia ini.
Kayaknya 6 is all they get deh. Anjay. 6 is all they get.
Match sebelumnya menang T1 ya.
30 seconds left.
Will punish.
Betul sekali.
Down to 1 HP.
13-11.
Anything extra here will be a bonus, but Ardis finds his third.
It didn't
Nice
feel
one,
like
nice
there was
one.
masses of intent from T1 in that when you see
Not a lot
the
of
spike
threat, no.
down.
Fine bang, lagi nonton
The
Valorant.
bonus isn't going to be particularly strong coming out from NRG, so a very good opportunity for T1.
Kemarin nggak lu liatin ya?
Enggak lah.
Yeah, coming
Lu kasih
to
lihat.
two Spectres.
Kecil.
NRG definitely trying
Kayak
to
nobar FM.
prop themselves up a little bit here.
Enggak, takut
Some
gua.
early rounds. Sire player already 2 away from the showstopper.
We go.
Not the only progress to write home about.
Bisa sih.
2 off the reckoning on the other side of things. Deep control maintained here.
Gila, ambil ya.
The wall, but again, it's so early on. The T1 probably going to wait this out.
Oke.
A little bit of Ardis love in the
Disium tuh.
picture there.
Ardis.
We all love Ardis deep down.
Yeah, you might not see it on this map though.
No.
Angel's about the only person excited watching this.
He's absolutely frothing over this one. Loves a bit of it. Now, we are seeing a late walk down mid. Hold on.
Ayo T1, gimana kamu nge-pushnya?
Is T1 checking it? Yeah, they do. Okay, so they're a little aware there's a chance there's that little deeper
Ardis sih bener-bener
exploration
gantinya
with
ya, dia main
Force
Sentinel
seconds
selalu
now.
ya.
T1 starting to make their move towards the A site. As Ardis does need to slip away. On a corner of safety.
Oh!
Fair fight. He's done it.
Nice Ardis.
Overwhelms Carpe and gets himself an upgrade.
Ganti senjata nggak sih?
Becoming a little bit more dangerous as to wait for the other three to make it towards the site.
Mati nih Ban.
One is down now.
Zeta, no snake bite, Sire, no paint shell, so not a lot in terms of utility here to disconnect from sight. Zeta and Munchkin, are they looking to re-clear back through showers? Potentially, but
Saya hampir kena wallbang.
back deeper. They've got to be quick about this if they want to.
Yeah, they've left it very
Mati
alone,
saya.
but Sire player apparently good
Wah,
for it. Got
hoki
the
anjir.
ult as well, gonna probably send that. Yes, he does. Doesn't get it though. FNS.
Munchkin.
Oh, okay, it's Munchkin to hold on to this.
Ada
He
apa
does have a
dong si
rifle
Zaya?
at the start of the round.
Wah,
Not gonna get a chance to
crossfire,
fully bring
nice
it in.
try dah.
T1 surviving there with 2 standing. Casualties for sure, but
So
still.
yeah, NRG draw blood and force.
We made something.
A massive repurchase.
Filipin FC dikasih kanan atas nggak sih?
Now Elias
Enggak, nggak mau.
drop one across.
Bang Anton, Bang Nora, Bang Joko suka monitor ultrawide atau monitor biasa aja? Monitor biasa mereka semua.
Ardis to bait out the presence.
Biasa lah.
Ultrawide tuh gak enak guys, adjust mata ke ultrawide tuh gak enak.
Got you, okay?
T1 actually on the brink of a couple
Kecuali lu
of
semua ultrawide, tapi kalau ada satu ultrawide, satu biasa, kayak pusing mata lu.
LG do have the res.
Saya jadi Roja ya.
One away from his as well.
Roja.
LG looking to get a little proactive potentially here or just retrieve the orb. Close, but not there to punish.
No, just a second or two off from that. You can see the progress being made on the other side of the map though, so hookah control will be at T1's hands. FNS pulling over some support here, going to be seeing Victor lean over a little, but going back towards 8. Really feeling out the pressure over towards it, not reading into too much, but Sideplay's got a dirty little angle if anyone does try and come over to try and hit that rotation.
Record jam berapa bang? Jam 1. Ya biasa.
Finesse tucked outside the spawn entrance and not committed angles yet.
I think the flash wouldn't have found anyone there. The second one will do. Okay. Should be enough to pull over the players here as well. Side players on the side, so he's been able to clear pretty well through this. You noted it earlier though, very, very deep hold coming out from NRG. Maybe leaning straight into that retake rather than the challenge.
Nice, finesse.
Overstep here from Zeta because NRG have the Reckoning, so big retake ultimate available here.
Wah, berat nih.
What did T1 do about
Oh,
this?
nice.
Try and take a fight on the way out.
Nice, 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 nice.
Being busted away from Elgato.
Oh,
And it's
nice
so
banget
clean.
utilization-nya.
So clean from NRG.
Mantap, 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 mantap.
Was that off the stun? I saw Som get the assist for
Well
it.
played banget, bro. Well played
Two
banget.
people eat the same stun for the Reckoning and die to the same paint shell. Sure if we'll get a
Dana,
chance
welcome
to
back to
look at
Definition Silver, Dana.
Yeah, get forced back into the tube. That's huge. And again with, I'm not sure why, but unorthodox plant spot here forces T1 into a very committed post plant on
I
site.
used to rule the world.
Yeah, a little underwhelming in that round for me for T1. A little bit short-sighted, considering the kit, the tools that NRG had to play with. Crashies this time. Tested quicker, but again, look at the bite. Okay, Silent players found him behind that wall, so that is a recoverable rifle if we see that's going to sit a little bit deeper, which I feel like he will do. Can't particularly stand and fight on this one, no. He will respect it enough. So that is a rifle to hand. Zeke's going to come in as well. They want this one. Wild going to be coming through.
Apakah respect streamer atau respect caster? Belum tahu, guys. Masalahnya udah nggak ada ulti lagi nih NRG. Gimana mereka entry-nya nih?
Window towards site. Didn't find much this time with the paint shell though.
Aduh, Artist tuh di lock gitu tuh.
3 players towards elbow, 1 towards CT. Artist trying to be held back here. Lovely control being shown by Sire player. But you saw in the meantime, Son did isolate Munchkin. Swing through the wall, they lose. Sire player still standing, but only for so long.
Gila NRG.
Pulling off these
Nice banget backingan retake-nya loh.
Temannya mati di mana langsung tahu ya.
Iya.
Back on the showstopper now. NRG on 10 and a crucial round here for T1 to come back into.
Tuh, gila. Arah peluru loh.
Yeah, it really hasn't. We haven't seen much value, if any, from the utility on some of these executes. Yeah, it's only really Band's utility that's the focal point.
28 Victor, saya 17-15.
So very curious to
Enggak sih guys, saya nggak sebegitu nge-carry-nya.
show us something else.
Yeah, I kind of hoped we'd see that same, slightly varied approach that we did on that first half. Brought in here something a little bit new.
Yeah, the difference in reliance on that utility is this is the half you expect to see.
Yes. Yeah, it's a bit strange. Now, obviously for NRG, if you're going to play them at a more standardized pace, a more standardized game, they're going to thrive, which we are seeing now. All going to come in though, Som being chased down. His side player is hot on his heels, but not going to overextend on this Artist.
Saya nggak jadi dapat dah.
Away. Again, this is feeling
wah, timing.
well enough, at least for one. Seeker comes in.
Oh, timing banget itu. Waduh. Oh, ini kayaknya T1 menang sih.
At least gone through for T1 this time.
No flank coming through, so T1's backline will be safe for the time being. Again,
AWP.
Utility, there's nothing available now for T1.
Ada saya di
has a showstopper to work his way back
ini.
in. Flash for Crashies now, who's on the operator, and 2 snake bites for Finesse.
Wah.
Oh, lagi bawa ulti tuh ada.
Karena dipikir bombotnya ngebunuh kayaknya dah. Wah, anjir. Waduh. Waduh, NRG buset. Retake-nya gila banget.
Whatsoever. NRG, yes they concede the plant, but it doesn't cost them an awful lot. There's none of this inventory being drawn out by T1.
I'm honestly a little underwhelmed.
Retake-nya cakep banget, bos.
Yeah, the timeout's coming now, but it's very late in the day.
Emang gue ngeliatin shorty kill ini enak banget ya. Tapi kalau gue pakai shorty kok nggak ada yang mati ya?
Mereka headphone ke kepala, bos. Ya pasti mati lah.
Mereka tuh 2 peluru 2 kill, cok. Gua 4 peluru kayaknya 1 kill deh.
In terms of a confidence builder at least, but There have been very few positives on this half.
Yeah, only one round claimed so far for T1.
Panas bos, NRG bos.
Close up combat doang gitu kan.
Right, yeah, two came out of that from T1.
Iya itu buat kepepet kalau lu udah bener reload udah pakai itu.
Now, okay, if we talk, more, I guess outside of what we've seen so far, yes, NRG are extremely well known on this map, very, very diligent, of course. But again, it's not even that really. We're just seeing that T1 don't have some of the key stakes that we were really excited by on the first half. That's just
pretty flat. There's not really been an awful lot of depth. They're not achieving too much in the early round, and they're not creating enough pressure. Like I said, NRG thriving in this. I mean, we talked about on map 1 that NRG would thrive in that sort of playstyle, and I think it's starting to show here on the second half. T1 lacking ideas.
I don't know what this timeout's going to be able to achieve. That's what we're here to look at now.
Well, they've see here on the screen, forced back in a judge potentially in the hands of Sire player who does have the showstopper and rifles across the board. Zeta.
Iya, pengguna shorty pasti jump shot. Gue juga selalu jump shot. Cuman jump shot gue gagal aja. Emang beda skill aja guys, skill issue itu mah. Waduh. What?
Gak mati dong.
Oh, nembus ya? Ke belakang anjir.
Ya ke belakang, si Somnya ke depan.
Wah.
Darahnya.
Wah, timing banget itu saya anjir. Wah, Som sih diberkati Dewi Fortuna anjing Som. Oh iya lu. Panik ya lu.
Just trying to hold on in this pit. Being surrounded, chipped away, and Carpe takes a step through. Isolating Som is perfect, but can he find the final two here? Carpe trying to slip around a little here. This could be everything. He couldn't run just towards Victor, but he's made it doable. He's made it possible. But the paint shell's so good. He's taking him down so low.
Victor!
Didn't even see
Gila.
It was absolutely huge for NRG to find them there 12.
Mantap Tor. Muka lu minta ditonjok tapi Tor anjing.
Sokul banget ya anjing ya.
Iya brengsek. Untung jago lu.
T1.
Untung nggak nge-wave tuh AWP tuh.
Hard game to look back on this map here.
Nah, kan kayak Finesse ngunyah-ngunyah gitu Tor. Finesse lagi. Precious salah. Finesse mah yang semi-semi Arab.
No, I mean look at the timeline here. It tells you exactly what you need to know.
India ya Arab. India apa Arab sih? Tahu deh.
T1 burning everything up in terms of utility to get them into a post plant, and then they have nothing at their disposal.
Kena tuh. Kena gak sih?
NRG starting to outclass here, but they ain't over yet.
Gila, main cepet gini.
Gets away with his life, still standing. Needs the res. Oh my god. Victor!
Gila.
Udah capek T1.
Gila. Defend-nya NRG sih.
Iya, makanya bro.
Calm and collected as well.
Gak kayak pasrah ini dia.
You can see on the faces of NRG.
Gila.
T1, like I said, just lacking their ideas.
T1 bener-bener gak bisa apa-apa anjir nyerang NRG di defend.
As well, this is just the story of First Bloods. In total, it was 7 First Bloods overall. Keren. Count for T1, but the second half, time and time again, their inability to create openings, create opportunities
NRG
for them to find comfort on the attacking side, and like I said, the synergy in terms of the utility available in this composition just wasn't there.
Defense-nya keras banget, retake mereka retake-nya bagus banget sih. Itu countdown semua kayak pas masuk deh. Coba dikasih 1 di second half. Iya anjir, coba dikasih 1 poin.
I love this. I love that they'll be able to deny these plants by so much time. This is great.
I'd be curious to know what
Tuh, berapa kali Sechel Victor ngebikin menang ronde, Cok? 3 kali. Sechel Victor itu nge-clutch.
Yo, not even close. Again, Carpe and Zeta's ability to really mitigate.
Yo, not even close. Cuma 1 poin.
Wait out for the flanks to come through, the rotations to come through, and addressing the backline.
Hari-hari not even close.
Second half, we didn't see any sort of examples like that.
And that scares me though, going into what, map 3. Now maybe not as out there. Maybe the picks aren't going to be as quirky, but it does worry me that if NRG come in now feeling confident, playing their own game style, you know, a little bit of a reminder that they
Saling
are
backup mereka
the
masih
team
betul.
on paper by quite a
Betul,
decent
betul,
margin.
betul.
What does T1 have left to do with this?
Yeah, because T1 was stretched to the absolute limit on Pearl by EDG. Again, a very, very hard-fought victory, finally in overtime. I'll say NRG going to feel like they've got back in control of this series slightly now, heading into Pearl.
Yeah, it does feel like NRG with a stark reminder of who they are. A little bit of a spark brought back to them, but map 3 is going to be everything. Pearl on the horizon. You do not want to miss that.
Kirain NRG bakal rungkat, ternyata masih gacor, masih coy.
Have you ever asked yourself after a bad game, what am I missing?
Ten. Oh no, kenapa no? Why no? Why no? Tong, teng, teneneng, Enaknya nonton game PC nggak ada bocah toksik dan rasis. Woi ada.
Ada dari mana?
Tetep ada, cuma mungkin nggak separah mobile. Tapi tetep ada.
Coba deh lo main Dota.
Putangina itu isi chatnya. Lo-fi apa ini? Lo-fi Kijugo. Kalau lagunya Suzume, lagu Suzume. Arti putangina apaan bang? Nggak tahu aku. Nggak paham.
Put tank in a mall. Itu ininya bang. Kok Spider-Man anjir? Waduh, ntar goblos.
Apa-apa, trailernya kan, iklannya kan?
Iya.
Apa? Nonton Suzume ya bang? Wih, nonton dong Suzume. Bye Hendro. RRQ mana bang? Aduh, RRQ nanti di LCQ guys. LCQ RRQ ya, ketemu sama Sentinel nanti RRQ. Padahal pengen nobar babang keng-keng. Ya nggak bisa gua. Aku mesti ini guys. Mesti nge-record. Gotta record.
Pengen makan.
Makan bang.
Makan dulu.
Makan dulu bang.
Oh, jam 1 bang, makan dulu aja. Lu dukung siapa bang? Kalau antara ini gue dukung NRG. Tapi T1 tuh juga jago bro. Ting, ting. Ting, 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 ting. Ting, 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 ting. Valo jeda per game-nya bentar ya. Iya, cuma 5 menit palingan. Cepat dia, cepat. Du. Bakal nonton semua match hari ini? No. Arya Saputra, welcome back to Definition Silver. Gue cuma nonton 1 match ini doang. Habis itu aku mau record. Anatamu kutasosa.
Kenapa Devin kan kerja guys, kerja.
Tutor dapetin EJ selain hoki, beli akun.
Ide bagus.
Iyalah. Masa beli akun 2 kali? Ya lo ngapain beli akun yang nggak punya ejanya? Lalu
fine. But I will say this much though, credit to T1 for at least trying some new ideas, even if as Hypox said, they kind of ran out of options in the end.
Yeah, I think they did run out of ideas towards the end of that one. We're struggling if you go aggressive in the post spikes, you're not going to be able to get.
Malam main TFT jagonya ayam lagi apa yang lain? Enggak, malam gua FM guys, FM. If malam if
jagonya ayam anjing.
And they're also consistently funneling over to the Psalm, so they have that reckoning, which is so powerful, especially for those B-side retakes. Without a comp like this, are very hard to do.
Yeah, he was getting fed.
Mahal juga ya
He
ini ya.
was very healthy that game and was able to really have impact on it. Great combinations, but that is Bine, and that takes us over to the underwater city of Pearl as we get ready for the decider between T1 and NRG. Now, obviously, Pearl has kind of become a little bit of a, the bog standard map for composition, but I do want to see some unique ideas here implemented, especially considering, Mimi, the stakes that are, at hand here in this game.
The stakes are huge in this one. NRG are looking to find
Lo mau plus 11 ya?
clean path out of the group stage instead of having another slow start. And for T1, this is their chance to
nonton TV nggak? Suka, gue suka nonton TV.
Their first international win to their first international playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And we have seen them on this map already against EDG. And Saya was not having a brilliant time, especially on those opening duels when he was on the attack. But we're getting a lot of Harbor here today.
Oh yeah, Prime Gaming agents select here, pretty much what you would come to expect on this map.
It's no surprise. Harbor Viper versus Harbor Viper. This has been the
Harbor Viper, hari-hari mirror agent.
Duelist head-to-head between Saya player and Artist. Artist has been flexed over to different roles across the first.
Gila, Artist fleksibel banget dari Sentinel jadi duelis.
So now the question is
Artist
going to step up and give us
Enggak,
the
bang.
brilliant
Dua itu doang.
from Victor is
Nggak apa aja juga.
You know that defining factor in the head-to-head.
Cuma dia bisa fleksibel 2 agent bagus.
Oh, we'll see. This third and final map decides which team heads to knockout.
Lotus sama Pro jadi langganan map mulu ya kayaknya dari kemarin. Iya. Soalnya Lotus sama Pro Tapi Lotus kan baru diubah ya, baru di rework.
Looking forward to this one. Obviously going the distance this series now, making it to map 3, playoff spot on the line really is the big thing these two teams are fighting for. But we've seen a little bit of T1 as of late, right? We've seen them quite recently.
Yeah.
Where do you now put this? Because I know you alluded to it before we went to the break, but for those just tuning in, now we're on Pearl. Do we see the creativity side of T1 that look great? Do we see that composure from map 1? Do we see?
Well, I mean, that's not what they relied on versus EDG, and I think they struggled massively. They managed to, I guess, scrape a win through is what it felt like. EDG definitely felt like they were the ones in the driving seat, but even regionally, there have been some concerns with T1's performances on Pearl in particular.
Some concerns.
Losses to DRX, the ones that stand out, because Pearl doesn't really sit in DRX's wheelhouse in terms of
the
upper side of their map pool. So it's definitely be an interesting one. See NRG's previous appearance here that lost to Cloud9. I'm not sure T1 are going to be able to achieve the same sort of things. Artist digging very deep for this engagement though. Munchkin, a ton of damage done, but stays standing.
I've got to say it. As someone from EMEA casts that region, the vast majority of the time, I've missed watching Artist on a jet. That's always normally a treat. Let's see how he fares in this one. Actually, I think that's going to have all the information though to get Artist called back in to try and handle this, and he does!
Absen guys ya.
Beautiful work.
Absen guys ya. Munchkin. Sisa Munchkin nih. Ayo bisa yuk Ardis yuk. Tipis.
Just Munchkin now tagged up earlier on, 20 HP left and a classic in hand. Nothing else to work with, and Crashies will seal the deal. NRG will find themselves the pistol round here on Pearl. So beautiful opener here from Ardis.
Itu dia bukan ngunyah pemain karet tau bang.
Ardis there to bail out Crashies. He got stunned up by the Trailblazer by the way. The clearance would have been pretty easy on the way back through.
Deng tuh ya dikunyah sama dia ya.
Aku lagi makan rendang bang.
Beda dong, deng sama rendang tuh beda jauh ya.
Beda ya bang.
Again, keep it clean. See how quickly Artist can build as well towards the knives.
Bang jerky.
And poor old Munchkin.
Oh dear.
I wouldn't
Beef
go any further
jerky.
in that pathway. Yeah, it does dip away. Keeps itself
Munchkin
alive,
dipaksa pulang.
Worst outcome possible, but beyond that, NRG just testing the waters really, taking the tour.
Finesse hasn't been spotted out on the other side yet, but Saya posted up with the Marshal.
Finesse.
Will be greeted by a few members of NRG here as they crest the corner. Yeah, no confirmation just yet though. T1 have lent heavily towards A. Finally now Ban rotating back across, but Saya has to go huge if anything is to happen here in this round.
Saya mau tamasya keliling-liling Pearl, hendak melihat-lihat orang-orang di sana.
One flash to play with, yeah, Carpe's got a little bit of utility. But even that in mind, what are you meant to do?
I don't even think NRG want to go fishing for these frags either. People are probably just going to sit behind this and wait it out. Only classics in hand.
Belum, ini belum pakai patch baru, masih patch lama. Karena patch baru kan bener-bener baru, nggak mungkin masuk turnamen. Kan next tour nih baru di apply.
Too much resistance. Som actually finds two, but Fan responds. Try and protect both rifles though. Yeah, Bulldog and Phantom carried across.
NT. T1. Waduh, habis garuk apa tuh?
Got what they need, as you highlighted, protecting those rifles.
Garuk apa
Now,
itu?
this is when I want to start seeing T1 dictate the pace a little more. Kind of stop being told what the round's going to look like. Take some matters into their own hands, because I feel like they've been a passenger in the last, at least that last half on the second map, and now at the start here. But let's see what they come up with this time.
Munchkin actually donning the Odin here.
That's how you survive.
And a 4-play stack to maybe try and fish Finesse out of this position on B long. Finesse disengages very quickly actually. Not sure if there was any sound cues coming through. Munchkin just looking to commit to this span.
Gila ya kalau lihat dari atas gini, ultinya Harbor gede banget anjim.
So 71 get topped off a little bit here with the regrowth.
He starts his exploration towards CT again. They've got the site that they want.
The awareness is there from T1, but again, it's that same three-tiered setup here towards dugout.
No flash this time for Carpe, so it's got to be the dog. And Ardis gets
Red Valkyrie katanya naik, tapi kenapa hampir 100 gacha nggak dapet ya? Karena naiknya cuma 1%.
Oh dear. Yeah, follow up as well. T1 held back. Unable to make anything of this. They have to back away and keep those weapons.
Absen nih dek, absen nih Ardis, pintar jangan disamperin.
Consolation, but this deep control once again, like I said, that three-layered setup
Odading.
pays off for NRG. I want to see the adjustment from T1 to take another look at how they want to defend A site. I don't know if in this round they're just expecting.
Wah, anaknya suka tipis-tipis gitu sama ini ya.
Pearl gameplay of run it down B long, but Munchkin, unless he's given, you know, potentially 1 or 2 kills here with the spam from the Odin, this round is.
There's always going to be.
Yeah, they're playing from the back foot.
This I need to see a little bit of a personality change here from T1. You can't let NRG just have their entire game plan against you. I don't know how you're meant to dissuade it now, but the adjustments there though, they brought.
Siapapun yang menang map ini mereka langsung masuk ke playoff.
Yang kalah ya, pulang ya.
Enggak, yang kalah di cider match.
So NRG given a different perspective here.
Looking a little more traditional in terms of the setup from T1. Munchkin will tuck in towards length, but actually now repositioning back towards Halls here.
Mesin apa ya?
An artist does still have his dash,
so
he'll be able to create a little bit of space here.
FUT bang.
As NRG reset towards B long, the spam comes out, Munchkin will be noted at least.
Munchkin with the Odin.
And the weapon revealed as well.
It's getting more and more isolated. You can see the cutoff as well towards B link. Munchkin now living on borrowed time. It feels like not as close to the gap. Yes, he can. Okay. Bad try to he's going to get 2 for himself, but the plant's now down and they've got such a player
terlindungi smoke anti pelurunya anjir. Kalau enggak udah mati itu tadi ditembakin.
Munchkin just isolated once again. A position where he can't have a say
Reviewan.
then nobody can drift ahead of Som's utility to try and bail him out.
Kita lihat bagaimana cara saya nge-clutch.
You want to see Munchkin just completely
nengok kanan. Nengok kanan.
5v5 retake, but I'm not sure if that gets lost in the comms or what. NRG, yeah, like I said, as soon as he's revealed, the game plan is there. Isolate him, pressure him, find the kill.
Wah, nggak ada yang ke backside lagi, nge-push pada ke depan semua.
I want to see an early timeout from T1. I mean, keep in mind.
Weapon here.
This problem feels like it's kind of poured in from that second half of the second map. They had that break, obviously, to go back after map 2 and kind of talk about what's coming in. There's the timeout, thankfully. I think this is just a big adjustment. These players look quiet. We've not seen much from Cyber.
Apakah Odin diambil? Odin kan nggak enak buat
But
nyerang.
it's not even that. It's approaching this game. It feels
they haven't
so
had a say in these rounds. It's not
Time out.
they've been able to.
Kayaknya ada
They haven't been
benernya
able
gue
to
ngambil
get into a
makanan juga.
position
Ntar
to
guys,
really,
aku ambil makanan.
you know, define the outcome at all.
Paren.
NRG have had absolute freedom.
Deep.
Again, I think that's symbolized by how deep they're able to take control on these A-side post plants. That's just something that can't happen. I hate to say it. It's not down to Munchkin. Again, as the solo anchor, you don't want to see him committing to the engagement, but you give NRG a little bit of room to maneuver, and look what they do with it.
Oh, this is dreamy for them. They couldn't ask for a better half. I've got to say, T1 haven't been in this game since that second half of the second map. It feels it's been a drought since that point. The gear that NRG have kicked into, fantastic, good to see, but I want to see a fight out of T1. I need to see a whole lot more than this. This is now getting to worrying territory. If they don't answer back in the next 3, put a fork in it, it's done sort of deal. You know what I mean? This is scary times. Yes, it's caliber of player, it's experience as well. T1 don't have that depth in the same sort of way. But still, the first 2 maps looked so much better. How Lotus looked was great. I want to see a bit of that here. Need to see more than this. NRG not going to turn down this opportunity. You've got a weakened team against you who's not putting up that same sort of performance. Absolutely. Take it with both hands. But can T1 course correct now? What more can they bring to this matchup as NRG look to at least posture towards B-Long early?
Versus ZDG, it was Munchkin and Sire to put up massive numbers on the defensive half. And so far, barely a squeak. Munchkin playing way ahead of his utility here.
You love that.
Love to see it.
Piringnya jangan disisain kalau kita gua makan
Had an
piringnya.
inkling to drift back a little deeper. Obviously only a Sheriff in hand, it's not a massive issue in this round, but Trailblazer will clear the way. Flash through to mid as well from Carpe should indicate that this is fairly invested, fairly all in from NRG.
Yep, Artist comfortably going to take away the turret. See the site take in mind here from NRG. Have seen that flex down towards Pit and further towards CT as well. This time though, T1 do have bodies on the site. We do have the additional player towards Pit, that being Zeta. Little check towards Art, make sure nothing's going on. But actually the spike goes that way too, could cause a problem on the cross as Sai going to catch one, but he does get quickly traded. So once again, this kind of offset of timing,
30 seconds left.
not particularly dissuading NRG. As T1 going to retake towards the site, and it's comfy. FNS and Artist all too prepared, all too ready. NRG not feeling any strain at all.
See light investment here from T1. Maybe trying to get ahead of the curve and prevent that spike from going down. First time NRG haven't had to rely on that spike being planted. Blade Storm online now for Ardis. And closer and closer to a couple of other ultimates. T1 reckoning in hand for ban, but it's 2 or 3 away from.
Buset, 5-0 balik-balik, Bang.
Iya, Bang.
Okay, right place though. T1, they've got bodies here.
Mana nih? Makan, guys.
Tahu.
Player one in a fight. And Artist willing to give him it.
Selamat.
6 to 1 so far, it's clean. No trade potential, nothing to support inside
Mana nih
player
saya?
on an island.
Saya rungkat ini mah.
He's isolated so easily by Som's utility. That's a free opener here for NRG. We'll be able to slow things down on the back of that first blood now.
Tuh gue bilang, T1 tuh terlalu bergantung sama saya.
Util crash, he's probably going to clear things out with the Trailblazer here. Som might even invest the reckoning behind it. Definitely now with Carpe showing his hand.
There you go, Sight looking very much on a platter here. Artist, take a couple of steps, he's feeling it. NRG just, this is a bit of a shame to see it kind of whimper out like this so far.
Waduh, hampir aja tuh.
I mean, Munchkin's on the other side of the map. Zeta's not really had a say in this one. And NRG just outclassing T1 as it stands.
Yeah, not having a say in these rounds once again. Sire isolated, and after that, it's, I mean, a really awkward crossroads. Yeah, do we commit to the engagement ahead of the site here? Reckoning's thrown in. There's no value whatsoever on the back of it. Barely even slows NRG down.
T1 sayanya mati, udah cengok langsung.
The numbers to flood behind that ultimate. That's what you need to do with that ult. It's create chaos and take some space back, but it doesn't happen. And T1 now trailing by 6.
This is gonna break the hearts of T1 too. It's quite hard to watch it because it's all individual fights. It's all just dribs and drabs. Nothing working for T1 here. And yeah, I just noticed it now. Another timeout coming in for T1 because they know this is do or die now.
Well, it's concerning because Bind obviously showed that they had an inability to really kind of innovate on the fly, right? Come up with some responses to NRG's approach to that second half, and already here, I mean, what you said, you give it another 3 rounds, you call it wraps. With what we've seen so far, it definitely feels that way. Like I said, we're only coming into round 7.
I think the thing for me is the way that we've got here. I would like, obviously, if we take it, you know, from an NRG perspective, they're doing exactly as prescribed. They are following the instructions to a T as to how to play this, but they've had no resistance.
Yeah, that's
nothing has dissuaded them.
Exactly.
We've seen a little bit of an aggression coming out from side play. For example, let's take that, right? Throws it in. One, you noted it. The utility work alone coming up from who was it? Som? Just set up Artist from the most favorable fight. There was never any threat to Artist being traded if he goes down. It had been, you know, as said, he decided to pull off a miracle. following that, the ult gets used. There's no threat behind it. Ban invests the ult. There's
Makan,
no one there to
makan.
make much of it, and they fall one by one. Again, there hasn't been any resilience to NRG just
Makan apa, Bang?
through this map. T1
Gua
needs to wake their
makan
players up right now. This can't
Buyung
be
hai,
how they go
ayam
out
sama
of this.
capcay.
Again, this is a playoff spot on the line. This is that difference. This is that jump up of capability. You're seeing it here. And you're watching T1 crumble under that pressure.
T1's response looks like it might be to switch up Munchkin once again. Body stacked up towards the A side. NRG though, find a little bit of space to work with once again. Again, the fact finder's coming out now through mid. Will be at the cost of a lot of progress made down B long.
I've got your trail.
Look for Munchkin to get the hell out of sight here and not fall ahead of this sight here, and Crashies will find him.
There's another.
Sight says, nothing to disrupt the plan either. Get a little bit of heal up there, yep.
Time to hunt.
And now, how do you look threatening? Well,
I mean, Crashies got a Trailblazer at a post plant.
yeah, that says enough, doesn't it? There's
Sky
no
itu kalau
threat
nge-heal
on
ada
the side.
batasnya ya.
And actually, even
Ada.
that Trailblazer going so deep knows
Yang
they've
bar
got so
di
many
atas
more
itu ya.
seconds to play with. Right, T1,
Batas jarak apa batas maksimal dia bisa nge-heal?
full kit, jet.
Ada limit nge-healnya ya.
Get into
Limit,
it,
limit.
but
Ada ya.
not finding a body to try and take
Barnya
down
itu
here.
kan.
Crashies just
Nggak bisa
staying
ke
alive
regen lagi ya?
NRG,
Nggak.
unfazed so far. T1 just trying to make it
Kalau
look
bisa
intimidating.
regen,
There's
OP,
no
coy.
threat behind it. They're backing away. They find nothing.
At this point, yeah, they don't want to feed across the ult
Enaknya Sky
progress.
itu dia healnya area ton. Jadi nge-heal satu orang sama nge-heal lebih dari satu orang tuh sama ngurangnya.
Carpe still
Tapi
falls.
nggak bisa heal diri sendiri.
Nggak bisa.
Nothing's going right for him.
Itu jeleknya kan.
Iya bang, kalau nggak terlalu OP bang
There's no
healnya
more
bang.
timeouts either. There's no more conversations with coach. There's just facing the music. And sometimes there are better teams than you. Sometimes it's a horrifically strong reminder. Again, coming out of APAC, yes, T1, kind of that third place team, did very well in a couple of, the deeper runs there, looking like the team that could do something.
Miskin banget T1.
A map here and there. But then you face an NRG. You face a team who does have that deep run potential, who has that caliber to their
Kalau
name.
ini kalah pasti timeout
That's
lagi.
a word I come back to.
It's there. You're
Twice
seeing it.
now in this series across two different maps. Seeing two very similar examples. RG's just in total control. So much freedom. You can see T1 is just so hesitant, apprehensive to push a little deeper here and try and deny this space to NRG. Pick goes down, plant's going to come in.
I love that Crashy's got a little interested there to try and go a little bit further. This time though, Ban's found
Harap
Artis.
mati nih.
Okay, so first real time we've seen a threat being made of any sort of round. But yeah, the Viper's bit ain't pretty when you got shorties everywhere.
Mati.
Garpe takes down Crashy's song. Are you gonna get one? Here we go. Maybe there's some life in them yet. Maybe this is the
Perang aja di dalam.
reignites the fire. Close in. Yes, Munchkin. Well done.
Lu kalau mau kasih snakebite jangan deket-deket dong, Finesse.
Finally, they get
Kan lu udah
around.
tahu di mana bomnya, anjir kenapa deket banget? Tabun senja lu.
Carpe, I think, able to find 2 kills with the Sheriff inside the pit there, and like you said, there was Shorty stacked up. Artis, unfortunately, falls to a wallbang. Again, it's just so chaotic though. What are the tangibles that T1 latch onto? In terms of that round victory, it gets them on the board, yes, but can they build upon it?
Siang desu siang.
All right, do it again. Got a lockdown. We got Seekers.
Well, T1 finally hitting it what feels like a complete old cycle here.
T1.
One off the blade storm, one off the pit as well. So the position to potentially make this backstretch of rounds interesting here. Sire player tucked up in art. First time Victor's really going to challenge this position.
I think they had contact in last round, but no commitment behind it. That time there's a commitment. Side player wins it. That's perfect. Again, man advantage. Follow-up found. Artis goes down. This is the T1 we need to be seeing. Where's that next layer of threat
Finesse
come
mati.
from? Finesse fancies his gods.
Ah!
Fight too.
Saya
Side
nge-whip.
player gonna fall. Okay, bring it back down to a 4v3 now.
A pause for thought here. I think Crash is going to head across and heal Finesse. Pull out the pit from Zeta. try and secure a site here as Munchkin's still got his setup, still got a lockdown to commit as well if it all goes wrong for him. NRG probably going to try and find the space here through double doors. So when, or where Carpe is actually going to invest this flash.
Slow
30
progress being
seconds
made
left.
down B link. You've got 2 more players waiting on the site. That setup is going to be a nuisance. Contact made. Can't be as subtle as they'd like, and there's that lockdown. And there's the swing. Carpe, good timing, and the follow-up flash. Perfect play
Nice.
from Munchkin.
Nice
as well.
T1.
T1. There it is. Not out of it yet.
Potentially need another 2 rounds like that to chip away at the finances of NRG.
Lanjut,
Got a couple of ultimates to work with. Required a fair amount of investment in terms of the pit and the lockdown.
Itu dong, jangan kebantai anjir.
We'll force the timeout at least. And NRG, I'm going to say, it's not as if it's a misstep here. They're starting to explore the map elsewhere.
Jangan
Artist
ngandelin saya
unfortunately caught off guard
doang.
with a wall bang in the previous, now a blind spam into a smoke, I believe. So these are curveballs that T1 haven't necessarily achieved so far in this half that have amounted to round wins though.
Yeah, you take them and get them, especially when you've had none of them before. But you're right. But again, for NRG, they still have another timeout to burn if they feel they need it on the second half. Anyway, I don't mind it as like a check-in. Maybe something that Jet's seen that they feel like they could just at least tweak up a little bit here so they don't run into a little bit of a flat point. Don't mind it at all. But this is given a chance, right? This is given a little bit of an opportunity to at least close the gap. Now, NRG, obviously, they're going to be on 7 regardless, but it's what's T1 get, really? Do they manage to close the gap? Does NRG kind of pick back up where they left off? Nice purchase coming out for T1, though. Got to see that operator, sire player, going to get the chance to bring that through. What does NRG lean back to? They go back to this B piece? That worked quite well sometimes, but it looks like maybe even T1 are considering that too. So, lots of consideration here. Lots to be looked at, and I want to see sire player shine a little in this one. Lovely to see him have a game. Noting here, Munchkin going to be littering the ground with that setup over towards A. Going to have the support as well from Zeta, but that's about it. It's a 3-play stack towards B long. And NRG willing to meet this as well.
Tuh, saya kayak kengkeng.
Now with the operator in hand, can T1 string something together?
Okay, they've got a note players pushed up now. Very, very telling. How much play does Sire get on this one? Ball goes up, NRG looking to try and dismantle this aggressive stance. Sire player with a chance and it just dwindles. Didn't connect on the shot and he has to respect it now.
Bit of spam comes through. Artist will be healed up. G will pause behind this. Trailblazer won't find anything. An unorthodox wall here from T1 to try and deny some of this space behind pillar, but side player is getting curious once again.
Oh no, that's so many players on the other
Ooh.
side.
Whoa!
He must have been seen there's a ping towards it.
Nice.
He must have known something was up because NRG now burst towards the site. It's Bam on the back trying to hold them. Trying to keep them away from the site and keep numbers. He's done more than that. Takes down Victor, takes down Flashies, and he's still trying to isolate. Spots out Finesse. He's wanting more.
Nice.
He's getting more.
Ace.
The final victim on the other side, spotting out Som. Ban is desperate for this. He'll give it over to Carpe. And at this point, you'll take the round.
This is after NRG get a freebie, I
Gitu
guess.
dong.
On site being
Pesinar.
spotted. Like you said, the ping comes through, so
Don't know how.
it's 3 people spamming towards that position. But the difference being here, finally, this 3-man hold towards
Enak banget itu si Ban. Baris berbaris pada anjir.
Munchkin isolated, punished time and time again, and T1 left cowering behind the utility of NRG.
Hawks out.
It's huge. It's given them. It's a small chance, but it is a chance.
We're talking about the finances as well. Actually, only another round away from removing this massive advantage.
75 kalau ini kalah sih 75 sih.
Exploiting these adjustments. You're bringing that third man towards a B early on. Well, sure, where are you going to take him from? Middle. Cool, we'll take that. They have literally just taken over the middle of the map, so any rotation is going to feel horrific. So if maybe they pressure on that extremity, they do this, it's going to cost them so much.
The read is perfect that T1 will now shift the reliance onto that 3-man stack on B. Find the space, but it's the
Mereka udah capek nggak push B.
Munchkin.
Nice banget.
Dealt a terrible hand. Artist all too ready for it.
Nice wall.
Now you may
Wah, nggak bisa apa-apa setan anjir.
You know, Ban as well, playing towards secret. Lockdown invested too.
Dipaksa mundur. Saatnya ngebokong Som. Ayo Som, ngebokong Som.
Sire's got to be careful. Ban's found the kill onto Victor.
Timing.
4v3, making a 4v2. Ban is activating as Crashies and FNS. Got so many targets to get through. Just Crashies. I don't think he's got the time on this one, but he's doing the best he can. That's only towards halfway. Still an opportunity.
Nice one. Gitu dong T1. Panas.
T1 are back in the game.
The plant comes through, so I think NRG's purchase will be protected here. Won't be any gaps in utility. Somehow, some way, there's a chance we close out this half at 7-5.
Itu Som bad luck sih, ketemu di selokan anjir.
50-50s or coin flips now going in favor of T1, which was completely absent in that first stretch of rounds. Just nothing was coming off for them.
Yeah, the activation of Ban is massive. 13-5. Starting to come online here. Sitting anti-flash with the
anti-flash nice banget. Sayang. Anti-flash yang nice.
So much of that ease of access to the site now gets
Udah kebaca strateginya sama saya. Mobil kosong. Ada drone-nya.
A little bit more proactive. We did see this early on in the half. But Munchkin's utility is going to be there to spot things out.
Aduh, sayanya nggak ngepick. Aduh.
Don't think
No, I was wondering if Sire player was...
Well, there is a ping actually. A ping comes through on the minimap.
Okay, definitely noted something.
Waduh, Finesse mati dah.
FNS just gets backhanded down to 23.
It catches the headshot through the wall here as NRG try and find this rotation. It's drawn all of T1 over already. Gonna leave Sire.
Semuanya jadi langsung rotate ke B. Mereka juga udah siap di B tapi meanwhile Ardis masih lurking di mid to A. Wah.
Nice. In the open. But as you highlighted, the cavalry had arrived. Right, the spoils here and Ban, the man of the hour who started to come alive for T1 has made it to the site. The spike goes down.
Tinggal Ardis deh sendirian.
1v4 for him.
Angle-nya.
Kanan atas.
Iya, bolong gitu kanan atasnya. Nice one lah.
T1 to bring this back to a position where it's only a 2-round deficit.
Nice one.
Absolute miracle workers here. We said Ban the one to really make this a possibility. Very top-heavy scoreboard on the side of T1.
Kita lihat gimana cara NRG menyerang.
This is an incredibly close game now. Two streaks of rounds. Who knows what the mental's going to be like for these two teams? All I do know is the desk is waiting down.
Thank you so much for that. And Kukuka, it was very obvious that one of the things that we were missing at the start of this was obviously the guns from T1. They weren't finding the shots. They weren't finding what they needed. But they've managed to rally back in a very big way.
We were getting ready to probably the first 30.
Gila. T1 nih bos, senggol dong. Taratak dung.
What happened? They just appeared again. We of course have to highlight the first rounds from NRG. Just playing the basics of this comp. I don't think that they were going too deep into doing something crazy. They were just very consistent and very confident on their steps.
Yeah, it was very fundamental. Just going for that straight up. Playing sexy, we're finding some good gaps in these late rounds, and T1 looked boomed. You could see the faces of the players on the stage. They looked out of it. But then it was a couple little plays that Ban's 4K that started to be the catalyst to get them back in. And sometimes that's all it takes. Just one round, one moment that you can rally behind to start to believe you have a chance again. And they pulled so much momentum off of that. Now 5 rounds in a row as we switch sides.
That came off of a NRG timeout, so you know that also had to have boomed the NRG side as well, when you would think that maybe there was going to be an opportunity for them to try and get back into this one. But as we get ready for this next half, Kukuka, curious to see how T1 tries to get in this, because all they need at this point to tie is the pistol on the next.
You know ya 75 gini, yoi bro, tapi itu yang seru bro.
The win percentage is not that high up. Definitely, they still have a hill to
perlawanan.
climb on this second half. It's not going to be easy, but already having the mental resilience to come back from an 0-7 says a lot about this squad.
It's impressive thus far, but T1 need to shore up an issue they had last map, which was their post buns. They generally struggle with that here on Pearl as well.
Hey,
and
Riot.
Strengths of this composition is flooding back
Get a
in
buff,
with the hard wall up.
please.
Their protocols on it are excellent. T1 needs to keep this momentum.
Oh
And
wow,
we know the pieces are there, but can they put it together to close it out, or will it be NRG's day? We're gonna find out in just a moment. Let's send it back over to Pansy and Hypoc.
Pansy and Hypoc.
Thank you. Yeah, 5 in a row for T1, bringing this game back to touching distance, because I thought this was going to be a blowout, Mike. I thought this one was wraps. The mental looked absolutely shattered as T1 were unable to make any semblance of damage.
Wow.
And a flip was switched. I don't know how they did it, but they certainly did.
And the concern being really is T1 struggling the other day versus EDG. I think they managed 3 first bloods on their attacking half. They were constantly playing from a deficit. Have to hold that for the time being, because it might be a brawl here outside pillar. Saya gonna open things up. Left ball. Carpe doubles down though.
Yeah, Crash, he's caught with his hands full.
Saya. Ardis. Mantap. 3v1. Ya kali nggak bisa Thor. Ayo Thor.
Victor with a classic. I mean,
Aduh, klasik. Saya bisa nggak dibunuh? Dibunuh bang. Aduh, gimana nih? Gimana nih? Map keberapa? Ini map ketiga guys.
Maulah, thank you Maulah.
Oh wow, oh wow. Aduh, gimana nih bang? Aduh, crashes pushing katanya bang. Oh wow, oh wow.
Can they keep it clean though? Can they try and find some real confidence off a round like this? Just eco cobra it out. Gonna hear that Marshall rattle off a couple of shots.
And this is the man you want to see get some of those eco cobra frags. Saya, a very rough first half. Get some early progress here towards the Blade Storm. Be the catalyst here for T1.
Wow. Oh wow.
But be careful of the stack though.
Aduh.
It sounds all 5 players are here from NRG.
NRG, semangat. Kamu pasti bisa.
Made by T1. Player trying to keep track of all of this, and it is go time now. How much danger? Oh, come on! They haven't seen him. They haven't seen him at all. And now the reveal.
Oh my! Oh my!
Artist rips away 2 of the players. Zeta and Carpe left in tatters on the floor. And Artist, the last man alive with 13 HP.
Artist dengan frenzy.
How lucky is he feeling? Not very. They made a little bit of a problem out of that round, Mike, but it wasn't enough to do much more than that.
Yeah, draw some blood. It's 2 Bulldogs saved.
Nice try, nice try.
See the Marshall coming in, a pistol as well.
Mental boost banget ini anjing. Iwan, ngeri.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it, yeah.
Deserves it. We didn't give enough love in him yet. Could have fixed maybe some better ones.
Oh why? Oh why?
T1 will throw a couple of stingers back in here.
Oh why? Oh why?
In the bonus. Good progress already, actually, for Ban. Towards the Reckoning. T1 looking to continue the trend here. Big long pressure early on.
They look like they're committed behind us too, yeah. Away they go. Let's see how Sire player gets on, how he fares. Just going to slip through towards CT, apparently. Dips back in, though, has a second glance, and now he falls. It's only Munchkin to really do any damage so far as Ban. Taking down his own teammate if he could. In a 3v4, though. Victor watching that cross out. Carpe pinned in, swings out, isolates. Ban! Beautiful!
Gila, Victor.
Shredding T1. Munchkin a little late to the party here. Yeah, put to bed. Crashies.
Mantap Bang Victor. Ayo, NRG. Aku dukung kamu.
Obviously we know T1 protected the purchase here, so actually Sire down.
NRG.
So we'll only have
NRG.
no blade storm available just yet.
Baru sadar agentnya mirror. Iya, agentnya emang mirror.
Chomping at the bit, desperate to find an engagement, but NRG. Damage limitation being key here. Sire not given a chance to really have a say in that round. T1 continuing though, again stacked up outside B long.
They're going back to it. Spray comes in. Somehow
I'm not sure where are those shots are coming, but
how are both players standing with no problem? They're going to force the utility to be invested a little earlier on. Still a question mark maybe towards the back of the screen there. Could be playing behind that wall, but there's that early progress of the ult you noted with Bam, so that should be able to kind of help them out towards the site. Take plenty of bodies on the site, though. It's going to get one on the way. Zeta goes down. They're still trying to be a nuisance, still be a problem. Play to the madness of this, but they're not committing with that spike.
NRG able to actually deny the plant as well. The ultimate being reinvested here will clear out a lot of the space, and T1 be left licking their wounds as they retreat away. Leave Munchkin posted up, but again with an alarm bot here, there's a chance he's still going to be neutered a little bit in terms of his abilities to lurk through.
Now the pinch will come down.
30 seconds left.
FNS, the one to maybe feel the brunt of it, does have the turret there though as well. That's going to be taken care of. Trying to bolster himself as best he can towards this. The timing on the crunch is everything. Munchkin, that's not it. Outdone, and now suddenly they've got a little bit of room to fall towards. Towards long for NRG. The cross going to be watched, going to be punished. Perfect.
Finesse.
To the side now.
Buset Bang Finesse.
Beautiful
Finesse banget nih Bang Finesse. Finesse maksudnya.
Commit towards this crossfire on long. Isolate Munchkin.
Finesse.
Finesse.
Finesse banget.
Finds a blind kill. I said the timing of the investment, or the reinvestment I should say, when Som actually gets closer towards B site, it denies the plant. Even then the Trailblazer clears inside the cove. There's lots of information gathered by NRG that allows them to play that perfectly.
It looks like a brawl.
Finesse.
That's going to do well, but the rest of NRG
Untung nge-whiff. Enggak nge-whiff, justru itu dia mati anjir.
Snake bite from Finesse, by the way, lands perfectly here at the choke point and allows NRG to find these kills. Munchkin slipping through. We'll find a response, but 2v3.
Recalling my bot.
In control of NRG.
Does fall a great deal towards Munchkin's capability to do something with this. That flash is going to really sell out Zeta. It looks like Munchkin's going to try and join him potentially. So many bodies on the other side of this though. Far better equipped.
They're close.
Kayaknya sudah berakhir sampai di sini ya teman-teman ya.
Iya. NRG.
Kayaknya sih udah ente sih.
It's just a perfect read here after not much success on B long. Anticipating here, but it definitely makes the anti-eco a little
voice
more
moment.
comfortable.
Ayah.
Ben 19 kill.
Pang.
He actually might get it again, I wonder.
Iwan, kamu masih bisa bertahan kok kalau kamu menang lawan FUT atau lawan Edward.
This is a key round for T1 if they want to try and keep into this matchup. NRG doing what they need to get to those double digits.
They have lockdown and Seekers to potentially clear out a lot of space on A here. After the initial...
Okay.
Have a couple more members of T1 staring him down. Yeah, T1 looking to pinch behind this lockdown.
Mantap saya.
Now available, they can access towards the site. Crashing just trying to spam away. Does catch Munchkin with a little bit of damage, but the site should be theirs. Let's see if NRG play back in. They do a little. Some getting closer. Tap on the spike. Zeke's gonna come through. Don't play a very,
Nice banget dihancurin semua sama Som.
One towards pit.
Jadinya kebuang tuh ultinya tuh.
Forced out. We'll force them back to main and a little deeper in arc. Finesse. Also positioned here outside connect.
Kita lihat.
It's taking NRG a little while to take.
Ada yang kena tuh. Itu karena lu kena Finesse.
Saya.
What is that?
Nasty with it there, fighting both players. And it's just so left alive now. So much to do.
Nice try.
T1 make it through the round.
Ente dah kan.
4 alive, closing back in on this gap.
Gives them a chance to.
Sama tuh kayak gue kalau ada kayak gitu pasti nembak yang gak nembak dulu.
Repurchase forced.
Iya, kan refleks bang. Dia juga masalahnya angle-nya terlalu jauh yang kiri sama kanannya.
The bailout sire player there after being detained. Back within touching distance here. 2 rounds separate them.
Don't get in my way.
Let's see what you got here. 13 to 10. Make it 14. There it goes as does Artis. Dips away. Doesn't want to outstay his welcome. The rest of T1 side to pressure towards the side a little more. Trying to work around that ult.
Oke, dia pakai cara yang sama kayak NRG nge-pushnya. Kita lihat. Oh, kena Ardis. Oh, kena juga Victor. Oh, gila itu membingungkan anjir.
Come back through. Crash does have the Seekers, a flash available as well.
Yang AWP siapa? Oh, Ardis.
Want to get back on site as quickly as possible, but it doesn't clear too much space.
No, it doesn't give the full picture here.
Aduh, timing. Ardis.
Saya. He got crashes to. Saya player. What a time to come alive.
Saya mau tamasya keliling-liling kota, hendak melihat-lihat banyak pala di jedar.
Ini juga taman ya. Banyak pala di jedar.
Jedar pakai pisau.
Dia lagi pas lagi di flash dapet loh.
Big round.
Yes, guys.
Talked about him having a quiet first half. Starting to find his footing a little bit here, Lawrence.
Needed that. I mean, Ban's leading by a country mile. The guy's on 21 to 9. Huge influence.
Itu dia saya. Saya.
Tiap round.
This when he starts finding that hot hand here as well. Because those two with a 1-2 punch, right? They look good in the last game. They need a lot of that to come through here.
It was actually silent. Obviously, we're talking about the first blood versus EDG. Constantly T1 were having to play from behind.
Mantap bang saya.
Having to equalize actually in mid-round is very rare in an early round trade. We were talking about versus EDG, their inability to force Kang deeper on the operator, you know, the lack of focus around utility in the early round. Yes, it's stylistically a very different game here from NRG, but T1 now showing that they have that in their wheelhouse, the ability to do it once again.
I'm so glad they woke the hell up, Mike. I was so worried they'd go with such a whimper into map 3. I'll take this. Even if T1 lose from now on out, I don't care. They've had a little bit of something brought back into this matchup, and NRG forced into that timeout, clearly feeling that stress. Feeling like they didn't have all the answers. For now, it starts with map control. Over towards 8. All gathered. And looks like they're going to leave Ardis up here for a second.
Sudah mulai panas, Bung.
Yeah, Munchkin's on the other side of it.
Akapah?
Seemingly no awareness on either side. Well, a rare miss from Ardis. Has to try and get the head out of there. He's gone. Found two.
Miss boss.
Blunder.
Crashes is everything.
Easy for
and then blunder. Unforgivable.
Jadi kena juga. Pengen nyulik.
Oh, rugi bandar.
Dikiranya udah muter anjir. Dikiranya udah muter. Aduh.
Now down to Victor and Som. Good luck.
Som's obviously very disconnected from this. Is he leaning towards saving that operator? Can Victor go clutch once again for NRG? No, he can't. Only Carpe claimed here. Som probably heading back towards picking that operator up.
There it is. Get it. and go. This is going to be 10 apiece. We've got a game on our hands.
Seru ya Jess ya.
What an opener.
The first I'm like, cool, yeah.
Aduh, jadi 1v5, 1v4 situasyong. Ini operator siapa yang diambil? Aku pikir Victor. Ini pasti NRG mulai ketar-ketir nih. Aduh.
Gak bisa bang, gak bisa bang.
Diburu deh.
Aku bukan pemain operator bang.
Dapat nih.
Main tes guys.
Bang mundur bang. Aduh, kenapa nggak mundur coy?
Mau ambil operator nih.
Dia udah punya operator.
Somnya habis bunuh mundur.
Maksud gua dia udah ngebunuh satu. Udah denger step di belakang bukannya maju malah dihajar. Meskipun lu ngekill kan OP lu hilang jadi Iko.
Yang waktu artis tuh.
What an opener.
That's massive. Yeah, state of the economy for NRG. You can see why they desperately wanted that operator.
Nggak diambil.
They're left with nothing.
Mereka nyerang ton, susah pakai AWP. Cuma kengking doang yang nyerang pakai AWP, cok.
Itu noskop mulai nggak jelas anjir.
Iya anjing.
Som, want to find Ban, Som finding a second.
Nice Som.
Down 5 HP here.
Katanya mah Guardian nggak apa-apa, yang penting headshot. Iya.
4v3 situation.
Munchkin panik.
This is so dangerous. This is so terrifying. FNS is there. Munchkin's gone. It's basically on Zeta here. The only one sitting pretty. He's doing everything he can. NRG.
Wow,
anjing. Deng.
They're so good at flooding these Vipers pits.
Emang Viper Speed bro, Dajjal Viper Speed.
Zeta pulls out an ace to secure this one. To find T1, they're 11th.
And credit to NRG for even being that threatening. Their buy this round was garbage. It was Guardians, Frenzy, odds and ends. But the pressure was on for Zeta. It was only the two of them left standing. Teammate was down to nothing that final one. Woo!
Let's go!
Insane stuff. Ardiso, operator in hand once again. This time around, Sayak gonna try and face off against it.
Itu kata Hasta bayaran itu, teriak-teriaknya. Wow, gitu deh.
Dibayar itu.
Dapat nih.
Just a pixel.
Nice banget anjir. Ya, mati lu Ban. Ban, jangan ngadu Ban. Ban, feeling gak enak Ban. Jangan ngadu Ban. Ban, jangan Ban. Ban, jangan Ban. Aduh, gue udah bilang Ban, jangan Ban. Ban, ini lagi panas ini Ardis nih AWP-nya Ban, jangan diadu.
Kalah angle juga itu.
Kalah angle betul.
Si Ardis ngeliat duluan pasti.
Ngeliat bijinya ditembak itu.
Much looser hold here from Som. Was happy to concede this space. Finesse on that though.
Aduh.
Som will
kita lihat
himself, I guess, or a deep position here with what looked like a desk pop.
What does she know? Aduh.
Panjang sih itu.
Udah deh. Bisa apa ini Karpe? Karpe kan figuran doang di T1. Udah kan? Udah gue bilang figuran doang Karpe. Karpe.
With Ardis, and in some fine fashion, even you were surprised at that pixel that he had spotted there. I think we've got a replay of this too. Let's have a little look at this one.
The adjustment is
gila ya.
Gila bos.
Is it here? Ban. Didn't even see it.
Otaknya bolong bos, itu bos.
Kena konde doang bang.
Parah bos.
Konde doang kelihatan.
Konde mau bunuh bun bang itu bang.
T1
bunuh kena itu tembak.
Game. Pecah tuh otak langsung tuh.
Well, yeah, not massive stacks behind this though. No gaps in util. Blade Storm available. It's the only ultimate on the board here.
They're trying to test artists
Nggak berani ke situ lagi.
It will be seen. He's respecting it enough to fall away a
Itu
little.
namanya respect, Bang. Bagus, Bang.
Even further back from that now.
I suggest you move.
He's staying in this position. Sire player got to be careful too now. Into the blender.
Aduh.
Barely breathing.
Aduh. Di jus tuh.
Him, NRG. Oh,
Deal.
and above we go.
Aduh.
Lompatan.
It's a long old flank on the way as well. T1 going to feel surrounded pretty soon.
Klik kanan. Klik kanan ya,
Awareness here of where was the flank. Do they prioritize?
Tawan dari belakang.
Carpet's going to find one. Victor, he will find a trade though. He finds a second.
They had to have won that fight against Victor. Otherwise now there's problems. It's a 3v2. Zeta's still alive. Munchkin's still there. Taps the spike, but he gives something away. And Finesse, so heads up. And now Munchkin, he's got to play the time just right here. Crash is trying to defend. And Finesse, he goes for it.
Let's go, NRG. Satu lagi yuk, jangan OT ya.
Total fake.
Waduh, udah mulai nih.
Gila kalau tadi ketembak nggak dapet tuh anjir.
T1 unable to make the right decision in such a high pressure situation.
I even like the idea, but it's just like they couldn't get that fight on Victor.
It's Victor on the other side of it though.
He knew that he was the target. He knew that that was where they wanted to be. Once that crunch comes in, once they felt that pressure, they had to fight back somewhere. And Victor's just playing so perfectly in that.
Oh, keton
11
anjing.
to 12 though, we ain't out of it yet.
NRG. Panas, Bang.
It's OT or it's GG.
Respect streamer atau sayang streamer.
Force down now with 2 Bulldogs in the inventory. Do have the Seekers available, but this Munchkin's lockdown is the next objective here. If they can secure orb control here.
Waduh. NRG ngopul smith gini anjir. Waduh.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Ini
The timing on
agak
wingspan check.
risky banget tapi mantep ini.
Aduh.
Anggetin.
Aduh, ban.
No idea they slipped through. Oh, the timing!
Cuman risky.
Waduh.
Wah, nice.
He's absolutely
Waduh.
Kenapa nggak dikeker aja itu apa tertak-tertak kepala 2 biji aja.
They're not out of it yet though. There's still a chance, but that could have been everything.
Tegang dia pasti itu.
Munchkin does get the lockdown.
Capek banget. Ngewaifu.
Tegang, Bang. Tegang.
A little bit disconnected. And the defensive lockdown comes through. 30 seconds left on the clock. Will prevent the
Wah, dibales lu. Ayo lu.
counter lockdown invested.
Ayo lu. Saya. Nice.
Sire finds crashes. Still doable here.
He's giving them a chance here. Lockdown just going to tick through now. Next couple of seconds. Can they get the plant safely?
Waduh, di push lu, Munchkin.
Munchkin, he's got it down.
Oh, untung selamat.
Into the post plant.
3v3.
Seru bro.
Who can stop him? Anyone?
Oh my god. Udah GG dah. GG dah, Bang. Udah setengah anjir.
For a second. A 3v2 though. Munchkin and Zeta's still desperately trying to pressure this.
Ardis yang udah mantau nih. Tinggal satu lagi. GG dah. GG. GG. GG guys. NRG.
T1 jago banget.
T1 juga jago ini.
Talking about an operator in the hands of Can causing problems for T1. Last time, Ardis repeating that same trend here. But take your hats off to T1.
Teriak gitu, Bang.
Gila, Ardis badannya gede banget, Cok. GG. Gak apa-apa T1, tenang. Lo masih bisa masuk ke group stage, yuk. Ke group stage, ke playoff. Kalau skillnya kayak gini, T1 bisa pasti masuk ke playoff.
Feels like a lifetime ago. Ardis and Sire player though, what a head-to-head in this final map here. And NRG close out another 2-1 to book their ticket to the playoffs.
Gila, berarti EG dan NRG ya.
But they seal the objective.
Ih, kalau aja tadi ngebokongnya dapat 2 orang tuh. Waduh.
Iya, itu tuh beda itu.
Itu game changer itu.
I mean, same we said though, T1, considering they're that third place team coming into this, they have over-delivered to many people's expectations, and they're obviously not out of it yet.
Gila, Ardis,
But what a
gede
great
banget.
performance from them to bring us this caliber of game.
Badannya bulky itu tinggi lagi.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of concerns, sure, I guess in terms of the depth, but
Pacific jadi decider match semua gini. Iya nih di Arex. Terus ini apa di Arex sama T1. Terus AC sama Edward. Iya, semuanya decider ya yang di group stage ya. Buset. Hari-hari semuanya decider match. Tapi kalau Kengkeng masuk playoff seru sih. Kengkeng ketemu PRX. Wah. Panas lagi itu deh, rematch.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're right. Imagine that second half had maybe been a little bit closer.
Masih main kan?
Hah?
Kengkeng masih main kan, Tad?
Main nanti. Abis ini AC dulu. AC lawan FUT. Abis itu Kengkeng Edward lawan Navi.
Oh, match ketiga.
Ya, ada 3 match hari ini. Match terakhir dia.
Zeta, Carpe, and Ban all stepping up. Ban on this last map made this doable, period. That first half performance made this doable for T1.
They too good, man. They too good.
Now, obviously, in his mind, I'm sure he's going to be heartbroken after how that went down.
Bagus sih, dia seimbang mereka.
When he called that flank timing, I'm sure that's going to haunt him. But they wouldn't even been in this position if it wasn't for his earlier performance as well. He played out of, he played his heart out. I can't deny him a thing for that.
Oh.
But NRG proving they still have that depth, they have that capability, they have the reputation for a reason. These guys are absolutely
juga belum
the
ada.
real deal and still are. And they deserve to be in the playoffs, Mike. That has to be it. I want to see how far this team can go. Pressed here, pushed here, but succeeding, sending T1 away. And NRG moving straight on through to those playoffs.
Oke guys, aku udahan dulu. Mau siap-siap record, jadi aku udahan dulu. Ntar kita lanjut lagi streaming malam FM. Gua udah nggak streaming nonton lagi. Mohon maaf banget nih kagak bisa nonton FUT AC Edward Napi nih ya. Tapi besok kita nonton lagi.
EDG kan masih bisa.
Gak bisa bang.
Segame doang.
Aku mau bobo anjay.
Bobo siang bang, bobo siang itu penting.
Iya.
Work-life balance. Work-life balance.
WLB bro. Ya udah, kasih
nanti gua nonton sama Joko dong.
Apa?
Ya sama Joko.
Nonton boleh, ayo. Aku masih nonton ini.
Iya kan gua nanti masih live.
Benar.
Sampai jumpa semuanya.
Emang lu habis
malam.
Record gak mau rehat dulu, Ton? Komputer lu rehatnya kapan, anjir?
Peace out.
Nggak perlu. Ntar ketika komputernya nangis aja.